Okay, hello. Welcome everybody. We're back in Edarastrix. We're back. We've returned for the 20th week in a row. I think this is episode 20, guys.
Nice, and we've spent maybe 2 weeks in game.
It's been maybe a little bit longer than 2 weeks, but yeah, this is episode 20, which is kind of ridiculous.
19.
Well,
Damn.
the last one was 19 last week.
Was it?
Yeah, that's what I've got in my notes.
Wait, did you count session 0 as session 1?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
I did it.
Session 1.5.
I
Or
put session 0
0.5.
literally as session 0. Okay, sorry. Yes. 20.
But yeah, you guys, last week, Javiel didn't come out with you guys. He wasn't feeling great after, because you guys did have a nice little knees up, a big old party in that place that you were staying in. Don't worry, Jay. Frost picked up your part of the damage bill.
You're welcome.
Was the damage?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
That was 35 gold's worth of damage.
You guys had a party, dancing on tables, kicking shit over, having a time.
I'd have quite happily, I'd rather put my artificer skills to fixing a few tables here and there than spending
I
like cold hard
fixed,
currency.
don't worry.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have an echo on, Jay? Is your echo on?
I don't hear an echo.
I don't get it. And I
Have you got the stream turned up?
No, it's off, which is weird.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I don't have any echoes.
Alright,
Echo.
Echo.
I'm just in your head, Frost.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
God. Just the very thought of it, he's gone.
Oh, couldn't handle double J.
No. Very few people can.
No, exactly.
I thought I'd leave, but I figured it out. It was actually roll 20, which also has voice chat that I forgot to mute.
Oh,
Ah.
that's forgot to load up.
Yeah, I'll murder. Roll 20.
So, what? Problem solved. So,
Whoop.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so you guys, you kind of had a little day out without Jay. You did a bit of shopping. You had some egg stuff happen. Got a bit mystical.
Yeah.
You guys fondled your eggs, as you are known to do, and
Fondled them when they cracked.
yeah, you got a bit excited about crack last week.
and I made a snowman that will now stand in a temple forever. presumably.
Yeah, you made an everlasting snowman. Isn't that great?
In my defense, I didn't know it would last forever.
But we start today's session with Javiel. Javiel, you wake up in your tavern room. It's definitely afternoon now. It's probably around 2ish.
Just getting some mystical ibuprofen out.
Jug of alchemy. You drink some, I don't know, something with a lot of electrolyte.
You had a lot of that Dragon's Breath whiskey last night. It was a lot. Yeah, it was a good old party. The curtains are closed, but there's a little bit of light coming through, and you can see your little room that you were staying in. How are you feeling?
Bit groggy. I have a quick check. Make sure there's no sort of unexpected barmaids. I have form for this in local taverns. Relieved to see that I'm alone.
Yep.
Some of the carousing is coming back. I got a little bit excited. I was very excited to be partying with some fellow men of science. That was fun. Yeah, and just a little bit peaky, but you know what? Like I feel like I've had a good day, good stretch of sleep. So I'm pretty raring to go. You know, there's a fog, but I'm good to go.
A definite fog.
Yeah, but nothing little pie, little hair of the dog won't fix.
Of course.
I am something of a seasoned professional when it comes to hammering the tavern.
Yes.
You were going to say when it comes to pies.
That too.
I mean, pies are important.
Mm-hmm.
There's no getting around that. Yeah, your party aren't around. You don't know where they are. You look over towards the door, see a little note on the floor.
Okay, have a little gander, and it reads. You need to do it with. This is where you need reverb to do the like reading a letter in my head voice.
Yeah, with Zoe's voice reading it out.
I wish I had reverb.
On, I'm reading your note.
Yeah. What did the note say, Zoe?
Hi, Jay. Please remember to eat something. I hope you feel better soon. Love, Pearl.
Thanks, Bill. Yeah, good point. Breakfast time.
It would have been so much better with the reverb.
I know, right?
I need to get that add-on that lets you do it through Discord.
Yeah.
That exists?
Yeah,
Now
There's
I
a
need to
couple
get
of
it. I didn't know it exists, but now I need to get it.
I can't remember what it's called.
Reverb for Discord, maybe?
No, it's like a sound box that you can do a bunch of different things with your voice. I don't remember what it's called. But you can Google it. Shouldn't be that hard to find.
So yeah, the first thing I'll probably do is I quickly turn to Loboto and ask him whether or not he knows what everybody else is up to. Would Loboto know such a thing?
Nobody.
He's been charging overnight in my room, or what?
You have a separate room,
bedside
remember?
table.
So nobody can enter your room.
Nobody informed Loboto of their daily plans.
Okay. Fine. In that case, yeah, I suppose we better see what the rest of the gang are up to, eh, mate? Certainly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to head downstairs and see what's cracking.
Okay. You head downstairs, and as you enter into the tavern, you, across the room, see the doors swing open, and you see the faces of your adventuring party.
Yay!
Oi, oi!
We were just coming to get you. Did you just wake up?
I've been having a lie in.
Let's see.
How are
You
you
remember-
feeling?
Yeah, the extra sleep definitely did me good. What have you guys been up to?
We got some beer kegs because they need a replacement in order to knock off a bit of the damages we've caused, and then I paid for the remainder. We went to the temple in the town center. We got some new weapons, and we've been to the God Style where we can dine for free tonight. And I'd also like to compete. So,
My
yeah.
egg has a crack in it.
Oh yeah, mine too.
What?
At the temple they have these little islands with these different elemental things going on, and there was one with a hurricane, and since my egg rolled in on a breeze, I thought, what happens if I hold it up in front of the hurricane?
And Frost
And,
Under's goes. She
It
got
kind of
the
lifted
float.
me in the air, and then it cracked. I almost said I cracked. It cracked.
She got the float, and I didn't, and I'm still salty about it.
His and Zakonis's eggs have cracks too.
As
I'll
you
crack my egg.
as you mentioned,
You can go
Zakonis,
crack your egg.
he doesn't seem to be with you guys.
Yeah, where is Zakonis?
This is supposed to be my thing. I should get in trouble, not Zakonis.
A little raven hops over to Pearl and starts pecking her on the leg.
Why?
It's
Like,
pecking you.
that's what she says. No, like that's what she says out loud. She just looks down at it and goes, "Why?"
The raven goes, "Pop!"
It goes, what?
But in your head, you hear your friend Zakonis has had to travel back to his home forest. We're just kidnapping him, just for a couple of days. He'll be back. Don't
What?
worry. We'll send him back to you in good health.
She's just gonna lean down and very gently pat it on the head. Be like, okay, thank you for letting me know.
Was this an opportunity for me to use speak with animals, and could I have used it to also understand this with my feature, where I can do it once per day?
This, I mean, you could have, but this raven is magic and has sort of it can use telekinesis. So
did I hear it
It's
as
not
well?
speaking.
no, it was just it only spoke to Pearl.
So it's not speaking.
Case in
It's
point.
mind speaking.
Yeah, but you do hear the noises, and then it flies away. It just fucking flies away. It's like, peace. I've sent my message. I'm out of here. Bye.
So Conus had to go do some stuff with the ravens. He'll be back.
What? That's literally the entire act.
Something to do with his home forest. There wasn't a lot of detail. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Why is it whenever we get a magical animal, they always speak to you first? As if
Maybe because I'm approachable.
I feel offended, and I just go stand in the corner of a room.
I'm probably the person in the group that started the least amount of fights.
Yeah, to be fair, Face could have I could have totally summoned a demon while James was doing his waking up routine.
I'm relieved it's just a large bar bill, a slight crack to all the Chaos Dragon eggs, and an arranged fight. Honestly, I'm kind of pleasantly relieved at the shopping list of things you've managed to achieve while I've been asleep.
And free dinner as well. Don't forget about.
Honestly, I'm kind of could be a good day.
Although donations are very much appreciated, which
Didn't
is
I
a
get a new
thing.
bow?
Understood.
Am I hallucinating? Did I get a new bow?
Yeah,
I got a new bow!
we got new weapons. We got new weapons. Yeah, I mentioned.
Look at my
I
bow!
did say we got new ones.
Oh, that reminds me! And she shuffles around in her bag and then pulls out this very, very carefully pulls out this little you know the cloak pin from Lord of the Rings?
Oh yeah, you got
The that's made of
the little leaf pin for the fellowship. One of those ones.
Like that, but made of it's made of actual hardened leaf, right?
Yeah, it's made of the same stuff that the
building something.
yeah.
Where the bow and
so
stuff's made of.
yeah, so it's all very leafy and viney.
She
Nice.
gets that out and just very carefully presents it to you, JPL. I got you this.
Oh, thanks. It's very leafy.
You
I
like
was-
your cloaks. I thought you'd want something flashy to go on your cloak. One of your cloaks.
I love a little cloak bling. Thank you very much.
I tried getting you a weapon, but they didn't sell anything I thought you would use. So
Oh, I appreciate it anyway. Thanks, Frost. Besides, I'm still getting used to my new crossbow. I feel like I know I've been a bit hit and miss with it, but I feel like I'm getting there. Maybe.
if you want to, you can get my short sword because I got a new sword, but I doubt you could even make good use of it.
Well, I don't think there's anyone need to be like that about it. But I mean, thanks, I guess. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I've got a short sword. I'm good. I've got my lightning one.
Oh yeah,
My
you
cool
did.
lightning one.
Yeah, that's right.
So, well, I was going to say
Use
what
it.
we're doing, but I really want to. I don't want to be the only one with an uncracked egg. Show me.
Well,
Was there a lightning island at this
There
temple?
was.
There was. Yeah, you could just go back, do your things. We don't have much to do until the evening anyway.
Well, let's go then, shipmates.
Yeah, but I did sort of sign up, so I don't want to leave them hanging. So in the evening, I do want to get back to the God's Tower.
Oh yeah, I'm up for a few beers and watching some organised violence.
They do appreciate a donation, which I think, given how beautiful the city is, I think it needs its protectors. So I might.
Well, as long as we get good seats.
I think, given that I'm
free
fighting,
dinner, right? We can throw a few bit of coin at it.
Mhm.
Last night was fun. Maybe this is our kind of town.
Yep.
It is a very
It's
sort
great
of
so far.
peaceful town. everyone's just chill, super chill in this place. Everyone is just like, yeah, you're all right. They're more concerned about keeping the town looking nice than anything else, really.
Well, it would be a shame if we got raided, right? So,
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying.
Nice town. Shame if someone raided it.
I feel like we lack an army to do so.
Yeah, but we have a Hulk. In the shape of Succubus.
I feel offended again. I'll just get deeper and deeper into the corner.
Are we going to get into
It
the
really
weeds with
wasn't
all
meant
this?
to target you.
Are we going to
It's
get
just
into the
meant
weeds
to
with
be a
all this
Marvel reference.
unintended offence? Should I just get some breakfast, or are we going to the temple?
I'd say it's lunch at this point, but you can get food, I guess.
I mean, it's
We've done all the things we needed to.
time is an illusion. Lunchtime doubly so.
I didn't know you were an illusionist.
Sometimes.
Can
Man of
you
many
show me a
skills.
trick? Can you show me a trick? Move through
I'm not
the
your
glass
performing
pane.
monkey.
You're a friend, right?
Yeah. Just trust me. When I want to give you a show, you'll get a show. Don't worry about it.
Alright.
I've got a few things up my
Maybe
sleeves.
isn't the pipe illusionary magic?
Yeah, but that's not
Oh, yeah.
from
You've seen that
from
one.
him himself.
Yeah, he's
Still
really,
good, though.
that's old news, the pipe.
Yeah, it's, you know, we need something new. This is
I've got my
right.
pipe. I've got my wand of pyrotechnics. I've got a few tricks. I've got a few things you might even know about yet. Huh?
Huh?
Still not seen my catapult yet.
I'm sure we're all very
Hold
excited to
on.
see the catapult.
Yes, yes.
Especially
Very
those of us that have testicles. We really want to see this
Yeah,
catapult.
some people don't want to see the catapult.
I would volunteer to get launched into a city if it was the only way in.
By the
Prince of
testicles.
Thieves style.
No, by the catapult.
That's not what I meant, but anyway.
Right. Well, I am hungry, but I am really keen to get this egg cracked. So, what are we doing?
Oh, up to you. We've done our things.
Give me
Okay.
a quick perception check, Jay.
Sure.
We've been failing these the entire last stream. Oh, finally.
That's a 19.
19. As you're like deciding whether you want to eat or go out, you look around and you see that a buffet table has been set out, and there's some residents sort of milling about, taking some finger food.
Nice. Well, in that case, I am really excited by the prospect of being able to kind of get stuck in to the mystery of the eggs somewhat more. I
Pun
feel like
intended, right?
while I'm excited that these guys have had good results with it, I also feel like their observation skills from a scientific point of view maybe aren't up to mine. So I'd quite like to observe the process myself. I'm quite excited by the prospect. So I'm going to beeline over to the buffet table. I'm going to grab myself like a large napkin and just start filling her up with some sundries, some
Nice.
pastries, maybe a little, maybe a few hard-boiled eggs. You know, just stuff for the road. Like make myself like a little kind of hobo's pouch, I guess. And right, sweet. That's breakfast sorted. Let's roll.
Very
I'm
good.
keen to get going. So
Okay.
I'm going to take a little brekkie for the road.
Are we rolling a d20 now? Because Jay said let's roll. Or...
You guys have delivered the. Just before you guys leave, you guys delivered the kegs of whiskey that you drank this guy out of the previous night. And he.
Can I just point out, it's a weird pub where you give them a lot of business, buy a lot of drinks, and then they act put out like, well, now we're out of drinks.
Yeah,
You've got to
well-
go and get me some more. I've never drunk in a place like this. I
You-
feel like this is the rest of the party's negotiation skills coming back again. I'm suspicious of this whole situation.
I
I
pay
don't
for your
remember breaking
damages.
anything.
How much do you remember though?
I mean, it's patchy, but I'm not a break things kind of guy.
I'm not a dancer after what happened last time, so I wouldn't be the one dancing on the tables. I'd just be smashing the tables, I guess. Just like putting down the mug and it just crashes
Oh,
the table.
Pearl definitely would have danced on tables.
Okay, then it's
She would have
Pearl's
done
fault,
like
then
a
it's
full
Pearl's fault.
jig while fucking
Kind of
just
full
playing something.
Coyote Ugly here in Damperley.
Exactly.
Just like a good old
Exactly.
knees up on the table.
what was the name of the from Oliver? Never mind.
Nancy?
Nancy. When she's up and down the bar with the skirts.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh,
God, I
dear.
can't believe I remembered her name.
Well, good pull.
Jesus.
You guys managed to eventually leave this place and make your way through the outskirts of the town towards the center. I presume you're going straight to the temple.
I would like to. Oh yeah, I'm a man on a mission right now.
Okay.
I want to see this for myself.
Okay. Yeah, Frost and Pearl lead you to the temple. It takes a little while, but you manage to get there. And as they are leading you through the temple, you guys realize Javier wouldn't realize this because he wasn't here before, but you guys realize that there seem to be more of the druids sort of milling about the place.
Maybe we can enter the center then.
A few of them seem to have sort of woken up and started to do their
They
daily
didn't buy the boat yet.
daily duties. Yeah, I remember the end of last session you saying that you'd want to go back and buy the bow.
Yeah, I just looked at the out of character note. Go buy the boat.
But yeah, you guys managed to make your way into the room where you got your egg cracks. Jay, as you walk into this room, you see it's a big circular room with a sort of circular river running around the outer edge, and a big island in the middle. And then around the big island, there is lots of little islands with different sort of weather effects and natural disasters and stuff like that on each little, like contained on each little island. There's like thunder and lightning, there's a volcano island, there's a fire island, there's an ice and snow island, there's a tornado island, there's loads of different, there's quite a few of these little islands.
You may notice a particular snowman standing out on the snow island.
There is also a snowman on the snow island, yes. That the party
May or may not have been made by me. Is what it's trying to say.
But yeah, there's nobody else in the room right now, just you guys. What do you want to do?
So guys, what's the deal with this place then? Like, what are these?
Well, the druids were
druid types
asleep.
who are pottering around.
They sleep about as long as you do, apparently. So we don't know
They
actually.
seem nice though. The one that we spoke to seemed really nice. He just said we're not allowed to do any magic in here. Only the druids are allowed to do. But we technically didn't do any magic. We just held out our eggs.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's not doing magic, is it? It's just egg wielding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think.
But maybe
I agree.
just. So you just held it into the.
I meditated with it actually.
I just kind of walked towards the tornado with the egg out like this and hoped for the best.
Probably fine, but just keep a watch, will you? I'm gonna check out that thunder and lightning island. I don't want to ruffle any feathers. I don't think my I've got the head for it today. Head over to the thunder and lightning island. Take a quick peek around, check the coast is clear. Egg out, and kind of tentatively. In fact, before I do, actually, I'm kind of like, I just want to investigate. Like, can I just investigate these islands? Or like, sort of look at. Like, I want to sort of try and I don't know, work out what's going on with them, work out what's making them tick.
What kind of investigation do you want to do? Do you want to do?
Well, I suppose it would be an arcana. Like, just kind of look at it, try and determine what kind of magic is at play here to capture these elemental forces and lightning in a bottle them. I'm just fascinated by this. I'm fascinated by the magics at work in this temple.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check then.
13.
13. This is obviously some sort of nature magic.
Okay.
You would expect something like this from a circle of druids. Maybe not exactly like this. This seems to be a special sort of case, this room.
Yeah.
But it also feels very ancient. Like thousands and thousands of years old. Something that probably would have come before the changing of the fates.
Right. Okay.
What was that again? Changing of the fates?
That was the big event that basically fucked the whole world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You know the one. It goes like this. Bum,
The
bum,
second
bum,
changing of the
bum,
fate is what we're
bum,
trying
bum.
to. Isn't that duel of the fates?
Yeah, that's basically what you can gather from a
Sure.
13.
I was going to say, yeah, 13. I knew I should have cast guidance on myself. But I was getting cocky because I've got such a good Arcana modifier. Damn it! This is always the problem when JVO gets confident. It all goes to shit.
Didn't Fates
Stay
allow?
in my lacking in self-esteem, kind of racked with neuroses.
Didn't Fates
vibe,
allow
'cause that's what I'm saying.
retroactive? Couldn't you cast
Okay.
guidance afterwards, though? Normally.
So no, it's fine. I will take that. I'll just put it down to kind of. Oh, it's quite confusing. Maybe I'm just hungover, and then I dig back into my backpack, check the coast is clear, and I get, look at Pearl as if to go like this.
So you're walking, like, so there's a bridge from the main island to all these little bridges. I assume you're walking over this little bridge now, holding out your.
Yeah, so I've been investigating the kind of the whole island complex.
Yeah.
And then I'm actually going to cross the bridge and then like draw the egg out. I'm not going to get the egg out too early. Like I'm kind of trying to do this surreptitiously. So I'm going to kind of cross the bridge, like, you know, it's almost like you're just checking out an exhibit in a museum. Like, it's very interesting. And then we'll be like sneak into the bag and be like, right, okay.
Okay. As you start to pull out the egg from your bag, and you're this island that you're on, you're basically standing under, probably about 20 feet under a black thunder and lightning cloud that is just every few seconds letting out flashes and big booming thunder claps. Weirdly though, they're only loud on the island. Off the island, they're sort of there, but not as noticeable. As soon as you get on the island, you notice the volume change. And there seems to be also a strong wind on the island that isn't there when you're not on the island. And as you pull the egg out and you start to hold it up, you can feel the air change and go very, very staticky. You start to feel all the hairs on your arms and legs stand up, and then the hair on your head just goes and just goes full on static, standing on end. You've got the world's biggest afro right now.
Electric fro.
And you and your egg start glowing blue and crackling with lightning. And as that starts to happen, one single beam of lightning comes down and hits the top of your egg, and there's now a crack in your egg, and the static fades, you feel sort of normal again. And you're holding your cracked egg.
Well, that was something. I quickly sort of ferret the egg back into my backpack, but I'm kind of looking at it, like trying to inspect the damage at the same time. I don't sense any more movement within the egg. The crack isn't large enough to see anything, or
You can't.
it's just a structural crack, right?
Yeah. You can't see anything, but there was vibration and movement while you were being electrified, basically. You don't know if it was good or bad movement, or whether it was happy or angry or sad movement, but it happened.
As I step off the island, actually the first person I head towards is Loboto, and just say, Loboto, just hold out your clamp for me for a second. Certainly, sir. He holds out his clamp, and I'm just gonna try and essentially I'm still kind of pretty charged with static electricity. My hair's still up. I want to try and essentially just give him a little, maybe see if I can give him a little boost, discharge myself, and see how he reacts to a little if I discharge myself into Loboto. See, I don't know, just because I'm curious. It's an
He
experiment.
reaches out a claw, and in sort of ET fashion, you start reaching out a finger towards his claw. And as you get closer and closer, you get about 5 inches away, arm almost fully extended, and then a big blue bolt of electricity just jumps from your finger into the bottle, and he seems to short circuit for just a second, and then he powers back
sorry.
up. His eyes.
I'm sorry. I didn't. God, I didn't think the effects would be so pronounced. Are you all right?
I seem to be functioning normally, sir.
I am so sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen at all. Do you feel any different? I don't know. Does he feel any different? How would he feel after that?
I'm assuming he can't just run a diagnostics.
Not really.
But he doesn't feel any different right now. He feels like he's been zapped. He can still feel the jolt sort of going through him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Loboto. I didn't think it'd be that severe. I won't do that again.
Okay.
Next time we come across a magical island that's filled with lightning, and I'm conducting it through myself and trying to open a Chaos Dragon egg. Next time that happens, I won't discharge myself into it.
Well, that's a relief, sir.
I guess it is. Yeah, sure. Let's go see the other guys. You sure you're okay? You look wobbly. And we make our way back over to the team.
Team. You just sort of witness this happen as much as you can while looking out.
I think I was making a second snowman, really, just to float out the character.
I was half paying attention to what Javier was doing and half making sure that no one was about to come tell us all off.
That's what Keep and Watch is all about.
Yeah. If you hadn't have kept watch, I maybe would have made you roll something, but
It's mainly because of me, isn't it?
you specifically said keep watch, so you all now have cracks in your eggs. You can all compare cracks if you would like.
We got them egg cracks.
Oh, don't get him started. My crack's bigger than yours. Yeah, but mine's wider.
Right, well, that seemed to have the desired effect. I mean, I'm presuming it's desirable that we artificially hatch these things. I
Well,
mean, you did
I
it, so seemed to make
well,
sense.
I gave mine to Sakonis to look at after my crack formed, and he said that even though these eggs aren't exactly what he normally deals with, it looks kind of like a normal crack that's meant to happen with a egg process. It
Egg
didn't
process.
look like anything was like bad and
Well, it wasn't a bad crack in the egg process. Well, you know what? If Zakonis says so, I'm inclined to treat. We can just call them fractures. If that's
We
easier for
can
everybody.
just call them cracks.
Fractured eggs.
I feel like tonight might go quicker if we start referring to them as fractures, because I'm gonna be childish throughout as well.
And that's still be completely fair.
Right. Well, is there anything else
holding
here?
it together so well. Fuck you.
Is there anything else here? You've been here before. Was there anything else you think I should take a look at?
We can
Anything
center, see if the druids will-
JVL-esque?
We can see if I can get into the inner sanctum because I know a little bit about nature magic.
I don't think they're gonna let you because you're not a druid.
No, but they asked me the other day in the tavern, and maybe I could help out. So I can at least ask. It
Did
doesn't
they?
hurt to. It doesn't hurt to try.
How
I
much
mean,
had you had to drink when this
No. This is
conversation
before.
allegedly happened?
This is before we even drank anything. This is the first night when I was still getting the rooms.
I don't
When I
know.
brought
Druids
Zakonis
invited you
his
to
first
look
drink.
at their inner sanctum, did they?
Well, not necessarily the inner sanctum. They said I might be able to help him out, so I can ask him the question.
But
It
if that
doesn't- it
involved
doesn't-
going to their inner sanctum, I think the one that we spoke to this morning might have known about it.
Well, when we
Where is
got
this inner
here,
sanctum?
what was
Let's
his?
go and have-
What
let's
was
go and
his
take a
name?
look. We don't have to go in. We could just go and check it out.
What was his name? The one that said, "If you need anything, just call for me."
Yeah, I totally remember his name.
No, I mean face. What was his name? Something cocky.
Oh, it was Maximilian. Yeah.
Maximilian. Yeah.
How is that cocky?
I don't know. It sounds very elite.
Maximilian. It's
Maxi boy.
Well, look, everyone,
Yeah, Max doesn't sound too bad, but Maximilian does. That's all I'm
everyone
saying.
knows that the inner sanctums are the best sanctums normally.
Okay,
So
so
let's go and have a look. Like,
I
we don't have to
asked-
go in. We just have a look at it. See what's going
I
on.
also forgot the names of the druids I spoke to with Zakonis again.
I'd
But
at least like to see the outside.
I'll call for Maximilian, I guess. Can I do
Well,
that?
Did you say that Maximilian said you couldn't go in? He was the one who said he couldn't
Maximilian
go in.
said Maximilian did also said if we
Yes.
had business with the druids, they were currently asleep. But we could discuss it with them later, and given how we've seen a couple more druids around
He
now, I
did
can-
say that no one's allowed in the inner sanctum, though, except for the
And-
druids that are part of the circle.
and if we were invited, it was cool. So they can
I
always
don't remember him
refuse.
saying that bit.
They
But
can always refuse. But it doesn't hurt to try, does it?
I guess, but please don't start a fight. These
I'm not
seem like
starting a
nice
fight.
people.
I'm not starting a fight. So I call for Maximilian, and I ask for if the druids I spoke to with Sakonis are awake, and if I could please speak to them.
Maximilian appears about 10 seconds after you call his name as
In a magical
I figured it was something like that. Yeah.
it just appears through one of the doors. Like, you don't know if he walked there or if he just does this for dramatic effect. But he just
He teleported behind the door and just slams him out with smoke, seeps out.
you just see him appear through one of the doors, and you're like, was he just hiding behind that door, or I don't know, like, and then he sort of glides over to you. Says, yes,
And I
hello,
asked
can I help?
Maximilian, I'm gonna roleplay around mentioning the names. So remember the druid I spoke about earlier this morning when we came? Let
Yes,
me-
George. Quite.
George, yeah. If I've seen that a few more druids seem to be awake now compared to when we came here earlier. Maybe it's possible that I can speak with George, just briefly.
I
If,
will see if he is around.
Thank you.
And he
Well, Maximilian.
he just glides out quickly.
So far, so good, right, Pearl? No,
Well,
no fights
Maximilian.
yet.
Well, Maximilian's looking for George. I don't know. Like, do we trust these druids?
Yeah, we do.
I'm just thinking. They've got this whole temple to elemental magic, right? Nature magic, yeah.
Mhm.
Like, clearly our eggs resonate with nature and elemental magic.
I don't know if
I
that's a
don't
good
like
idea.
telling people about the eggs, but there's clearly there are powers at work here that are connected with them, and I know my magic, but I'm still out of my depth on this one.
I don't think it's a good
Maybe we
idea to
couldn't-
ask them.
I feel like perhaps we give a little information. Maybe we'll get a little information.
I think
I
we
don't
were
expect an
expecting-
invitation to the inner sanctum, but
I mean,
don't know
this
whether there's
is
anything in
chaos
there worth
magic.
having.
The eggs are chaos magic, are they not? There's not the nature magic they're specialized in, and I feel like we should probably keep the eggs a secret. If I'm fine with you telling about your egg, as long as you don't mention that I also have one.
Once
What
I
do you think?
actually
I wanna
agree
do this
with
as a team.
Frost.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's a.
You can
it's a-
say
yeah,
you came in the
it's a
possession
trust
of
fall,
one.
this one.
We'll see if they let us into the inner sanctum. From there, we can decide.
Maybe if we think they know anything about, we could just say that we've heard that there used to be this kind of egg in existence, and if they know anything about it, because we're really interested in that subject. We don't have to say we have any.
That sounds like a good plan. Okay.
I feel like
Well,
it would be
I'm
very
a-
weird for us to know about them without actually having them.
I'm a researcher. I'm a scientist. I've heard
I'm
stories.
just
right?
naturally
I've heard
curious.
stories on our travels.
Let's just see if
Of-
they
of-
maybe
of,
let us
uh,
into the. But again, trust is like I don't know. They can maybe search us after that. Can we just
I'll play it
see
cool.
this
I'll play it
project?
cool. But yeah, well, I'm gonna try and get some more direct information out of them about this kind of thing. But I'll play it cool. I won't give the game away.
I sure hope so.
I trust you.
It's not that I don't trust Jay. It's that I don't know if I can trust the druids.
I'll tell him. I'm telling him that's why I'm on the road. I'm hunting for them. These mythical items. I'm
Do we have
really
any
interested in
way
them.
to suppress the magical aura from our eggs? That I
We're
assume
not allowed to do
exists?
magic in here.
That would definitely raise.
No, I'm asking Faye, is there any way to suppress it to begin with?
No,
Like,
but not
yeah.
not everyone can sense it. So
Okay,
We
so
could pop them in the bag of holding, which would put
Oh,
them
yeah,
into
that would work.
extra planar space. Maybe that puts a little extra barrier
Yeah,
between.
but just make
them
sure
and the
we,
eggs.
we keep space
Is that
between.
safe?
Yeah, we keep space between the eggs. Like I think it's like a pocket dimension, right?
Can you keep space between eggs in a pocket dimension?
I've got the napkin from breakfast.
How many cubic meters or feet was it? It was really big, right?
60
Yeah, we-
cubic feet, I think,
Yeah, we're
isn't it?
good.
Yeah.
We're good for space.
So
Um,
we're good for space.
Yeah,
But
if you're
Pal
worried
doesn't
about
know
them-
that in character.
If you're worried about them bumping together, I'll wrap mine up. I've got a napkin.
No, I trust it will be fine, and I just throw it in the bag of. All right, like look around if nobody's around, and then throw it in the bag of holding, provided
Prefer to
nobody.
keep mine on me.
And I make extra sure Maximilian isn't leaning over my shoulder all of a sudden.
I'm going to secrete my egg also into the bag of holding, and await Maximilian's return.
okay, as you plop your egg in the bag of holding, and close it up,
It explodes.
Maximilian, you see Maximilian appear at a different door this time, and come in.
How does he do it?
And glides over to you hurriedly. It's like, yes, George is here. If you'll just follow me, I will take you to
Alright.
him.
Time to follow Maximilian, I guess.
Well, Max, it's quite the place you've got here.
Yes, thank you. It's quite beautiful, isn't it?
Looks like it's been here for a long time.
Oh, very long. Thousands of years.
I was fascinated by the elemental islands.
Yes, they are quite marvellous, aren't they?
Which was your favorite, Max? What's your favorite element?
My favourite is the water island.
I feel like someone is in a similar boat then.
What's their
Watch it
purpose?
too.
What are they here for? Did they? Were they? Do you guys carry out the magic to keep them sustained, or were they here before you?
They have been here since the creation of this place.
And so you don't have to
Process-
do anything to
process-
maintain them. They just are.
Well, most of the magic is maintained by itself, but we do have to do some maintenance around here.
I'm visibly beginning to sweat as I'm resisting the urge to ask, theoretically, what would happen if somebody built a snowman on one of the islands? I'm resisting the urge, I'm not doing it. I could have, if Jay wasn't so antsy about the coin flips, I would have flipped the coin. But I won't. I'll just...
The party did. I think you guys did learn the history of this place last session.
Yeah,
right?
there was like a runic, like Alduin story wall kind of thing deal going on.
Yeah, Jay, as you missed it, Maximilian will now regale you with the history of this place.
Cool, thank you. If it's too much repetition, I am happy to watch the VOD.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
The Crib Notes version, I would be very happy with.
But yeah, I'll give you basically an ancient elf, fey elf, found. I'm going to do it properly because this is a good.
Okay.
This is a good history, the town first came into being when an ancient elf found a bejeweled lily pad and cast a spell on it, creating the first buildings of the town. Elaborate temples and hallways made of leaves and vines, adorned with beautiful flowers sitting atop and woven into the hills, ponds, and flatlands of the area. Many streams and small rivers and waterfalls connect the lakes and ponds, while the land twists and turns, weaving paths between the crystal clear waters. Years later, these buildings were found empty by the first settlers of the town, who decided to preserve the beauty of the buildings by not building on them, but they built a town around them. Basically, the town is like a big circle around these main buildings in the center, which are like this big elaborate temple that you guys are in now. So yeah, they built their houses into the hills of the town or on stilts above water, above the lakes and the ponds and stuff like that.
Or into the hills, right?
Yeah.
Into the hobbit holes.
Yep. So yeah, that's how the town settled around there. And then a circle of druids heard of the town and travelled there and promised the townsfolk that they would protect the temples and sort of uphold the majesty of them. If the townsfolk would allow the druids to live there and like study the magic that crafted them. The townsfolk accepted, and the druids started researching and unlocking the magic potential of the town. And they formed a new circle of druids called the Circle of the Jewel Lily. And basically since then they've been researching the magic of this place, and sort of for quite a long time now they've been learning and doing stuff like to do with this sort of magic around here.
Okay. So, Maximilian, there is, maybe it's just me, there is one question that springs immediately to mind when I hear this story. Is the first settlers here in Damlily found this idyllic oasis growing up out of the hills, a beautiful place by all accounts, but it was deserted.
Yes.
Where did the people who made it go?
Die, I guess.
Well, through our research, we have determined that it was made by one man, an ancient Fae. But there are no
What happened?
traces of him.
And no record, no stories, no tales, no lore of what could have become of him?
Nothing. Nobody knows who he was, or where he came from, or where he went.
Fascinating. Well, thank you for enlightening us.
You are welcome. And as he says that, you guys realize that there is another druid standing in front of you.
This is
Maximilian
George.
gestures towards him. He says, "This is George. Have a good time with him. I will take my leave now."
I assume George knew I was like who I was because I asked. I
Yeah,
say, yeah, you recognize me, right?
George says, "Hello there. How can I help? How can I help?"
I don't know what's appropriate. Should I bow? Should I shake his hand? I'll offer to shake his hand and say hi. We spoke the other day in the tavern about some nature magic. I happen to know just a tiny bit about it. You said you had a problem, something I might be able to help with, and I should come visit you here. Do you recall with the tiefling as well?
I'm afraid I don't remember.
But do
I'd
you have
had a few drinks. You see.
Yeah, we were sort of the ones to organize the party. But just regardless of we had that conversation, do you have a problem that someone with some nature magic could assist in? Then, because you mentioned something before the party, although it was not too long before we started. Then,
Well, I mean, we're always keen to see nature magic that we've never seen before. If you've got any of that, but
I can show you a trick or two. I also
Will that be okay for him to do that here in the temple?
Your
colleague said there was a no magic rule here. Is that correct?
Oh yes, quite. Well, follow me.
Mm-hmm.
And he sort of leads you. You guys have been in the outer areas of the temple, the outer hallways. Now you go into an inner hallway, and he leads you down this hallway, and into. He opens you're walking for a few minutes, and he sort of just opens this door, and it opens into a big circular garden full of small little ponds and walkways and stuff like that. And in the center of this garden is a big circular building, which you assume is the inner sanctum. But he doesn't take you to the inner sanctum. He stops in this garden and says, "Here you'll be safe to do any magic."
I have to ask: is that the home of the lily, the fabled lily? And I point over towards the inner sanctum that seems to be at the center of the temple.
As you look up at the inner sanctum, he and you're asking this question. He sort of gestures in an upwardly fashion towards the roof of the inner sanctum, on top of which sits a massive lily made out of crystal.
Aha.
Wow, it's bigger than I thought it would be.
Assuming I can cast spells here, I should probably steer clear of casting spells on the lily. So I cast my spells now or some shit?
Yeah, what are you casting?
Some shit. Such enthusiasm.
high-end D&D playing going on here.
I don't.
Cast my spells and shit, I
Spell
guess.
some shit.
I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to
Nature,
damage.
nature.
I don't want to damage any targets, but I assume for like stuff like ensnaring strike.
Spell.
Don't know too many. I can speak with animals, but all druids can. I'm pretty sure of this level. I'll cast Frozen Smite to just. I'll cast Frozen Smite to cover my blade in the Winter's Fury.
As you do this, and your blade becomes covered in ice and frost and winter's fury.
Mm-hmm.
And he leans over to inspect your sword. He gets out sort of like one of those jeweler's eyeglasses, and sort of leans in really close to inspect the ice magic that is now encompassing your sword. He says, yes, ice magic, yes. Quite. This is good. This is good. Nothing I haven't seen before, though.
I don't know too many spells yet. I feel like I'm just starting to begin developing my talents. I've been touched by I've been blessed with a Fey blessing, much like this land, it seems, but it's only just now starting to develop. So I only know one other spell that might be of interest to you, and I cast Ensnaring Strike as well, which not only wraps my sword in the cold now, but also in vines that for some reason do not seem to shrivel away immediately with the cold. So I'm combining it. But the cold does slowly fade out.
He once again leans in as this big mess of vines whips out like tentacles from your sword. He leans in again. He says, yes, fine magic. Well, we see a lot of that around here, as you can tell.
I can imagine. If I strike any place, they'll sprout from whatever point I hit them as well. So I launch my sword at the floor, making sure that it's still like well and clear from anyone else, and then some vines will sprout up, making like forming a great thorny bush, basically, on the floor.
Well, my dear chap, you seem to have good control of this. Very well done. Maybe with more practice, you could come back and we could use your employ.
I'll consider it. I'm not sure I can go that much further. It really depends on how far my Fey blessing goes. But if I think I'll live up to your standards, I might come back to maybe help you out.
Yes, well, I hope to see you on that day. But I must attend to my duties. Is there anything else you need?
Well, it's not so much a need, but more of a what. Could we like maybe just have a look at the inner sanctum?
Oh no!
I was afraid so, but it doesn't hurt to ask. So,
what is it you keep in there, if you don't mind me asking?
Many things. It's as you see, it's the center of the town. It's where we conduct most of our research and magical experiments.
Experiments?
But yes, well, there's not much more I can say to a non-circle member.
Maybe in a couple of years, Jay, when I've worked here, or when I get to work here, we can.
Give me a perception check.
Everyone?
All of you.
Okay.
All right, please give me a good roll. That's solid. 16.
Wow, I see fuck all. I got a nat 1. I should not roll left-handed.
Okay.
I see my toes.
Pearl and Javier see nothing. They're probably too enamored with looking at the actual building. But Frost, who's been here before, he's already told us that he doesn't care for this kind of architecture. He's not looking at the buildings at all. He's looking at this guy, and he sees that this guy when you guys questioned him about what was going on in there and what they kept in there, he got a bit squirmy, a bit sweaty, a bit like he wanted to just avoid answering any questions.
I feel like I could try to charm him, but that probably ends badly. I'll just play the long game and possibly go back to Damp Lily in 2 years of sessions, having gained 5 new levels and 2 new spells, and then try to get employed here, and then figure it out myself. But I will send just a note like subtly behind my back, and my handwriting is already bad, but I'll just subtly behind my back, like just covering it with my jacket or some shit. Try to write a note to Pearl saying, I just noticed he seemed a bit squirmish about answering it. It looks a little bit shady. Can you psychic message Jay that we might need to get out of here? And then I send it to Zoe, not saying a word, trying to keep that hidden. And then, with all my willpower, I try to make the magical poof as quiet as can be.
Nat 1 perception. Do I even see this note? It just hit me in the forehead.
As you send the
Still
note,
carry over.
Oh fuck! Is that considered magic?
as
Damn
you
it.
send the note, he whips up his hand, and in a poof of smoke, catches the note.
That was a message from my partner, actually.
And just burns it.
Do I get it back?
No, it's
Do I
turned,
have to
it's turned to
permanently
ash.
lock it? Does it come back in 10 minutes?
It's turned to ash. It might come back in 10 minutes, but you don't know.
Okay, well, you'll have to tell me then, I guess.
He burned your
It was
nose
at this
that day.
moment he knew he fucked up.
Yep.
And George says, yes, well, I think it's time for you to leave. I must be getting on now. Maximilian will see you out. And
Does he know who sent the note? Because he didn't read it. He just burned it.
he didn't want to read it. He just didn't want magic being done.
Hmm.
Maximilian is behind you and is there to escort you out of the temple.
Given that he can pick up something that transmits instantly, I don't think I would have wanted to pick a fight with George.
We're leaving already?
What was that all about?
How long does I zone out for? I was looking at the lily.
I think we should just best head off, guys. George is probably right.
What was that
Oh.
smoke?
There was
Just,
smoke?
Jay, let's just leave. All right? And I tried to urge them outside, somewhat sweating still. Again.
Okay, you know that, like when you're like we should leave and get out.
Go!
You're being like, when your cautious vibe is kicking in, I'm like, shit, we should go. Something's gone horrible wrong.
Okay.
No argument from me.
Yeah, you guys he escorts you out of the, so you guys went in the east entrance because that's where you guys were.
Mm.
He has now escorted you out of the south entrance. So you
Okay.
find yourself in the southern part of town.
Why were you getting so twitchy in there?
We're out now, right? Let's
Yeah.
have a little bit of an extra walk. And do I roll perception to see if anyone is still on us? And if the druids.
You can look around. Maximilian is not at the door. The door is closed now.
But anyone else? Do I sense any? Can I even sense trace of magic? I don't know.
Do
I
you
have
have
a
a
hunter's instinct.
do you
I
have a
guess,
spell to sense magic?
No.
No, then
Okay. Well, let's just and I shove you in the bed. Let's just have a walk. While I say why. Okay, and I assume we start walking then.
yeah, you guys are walking towards. Well, you and Pearl would know that this is sort of the commerce part of town where all the shops were last time.
We can get some nice weapons for you here, Jay, or potions, or whatever you need. And while we walk there, I can tell.
I would
Right.
like to go back and get that bow I liked.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay.
Is there such a thing as a +1 shield as well? By the way,
Yeah.
just I might get one of those if they have it. All right. So while you were looking at the architecture or whatever, you know when Jay asked him what exactly they were doing down there, just a certain expression that's like very faintly seemed to show up on George's face that did not give off exactly good guy vibes, let's just say. So I tried to send Zoe a message that we had to be careful using the note of sending.
Who?
But Pearl, sorry. I tried to send Pearl a message saying we should probably be careful. But in my cautiousness of George himself, I had forgotten the rule of no magic, and George snatched my magical item that instantly transmitted itself. He just caught it while it was traveling somehow and burned it. I do not know if it will come back to me after 10 minutes.
Oh, you did break like that one rule.
I don't think they know it was me. But that's the one. But I don't think we should be too upset about breaking their rule, given that I think they might be slightly less than morally right.
You think they've got something to hide?
I do think so. But given how George caught an item that should transmit instantly, and he somehow was still faster, I don't think these are the types to fuck with. So, not at the moment. Now's not the time to
I
investigate.
mean, I don't want to fuck with them anyway. They seem nice to me, but I
Nothing-
didn't break their rules, so.
I only broke their rule after they seemed less than nice, though.
Oh.
Precisely to
Maybe
warn
they're
you
fine.
about.
Let's just
hope
keep
so.
an eye on them.
Hmm. I might
Some
be able to come
people have
back if I
secrets
get
for
more.
good reasons.
I'm just saying we should be cautious. That was my original intent as well.
Okay.
One bad thing of news then is that the smoke you saw was him burning my note of sending, and I do not know if it does come back.
And I never got to ask any of my questions. Well, if you find yourself
That's
with
the
a pocket
real
full of ash in
tragedy.
10 minutes, then let us know, I guess.
I mean, what were your questions again? Anyway, you wanted to know what they did in there, right? What's the purpose of the circle?
But yeah,
there?
I also wanted to know if they knew anything about dragon eggs. And
Oh.
elemental
I
magic.
feel like that may not be such a loss that we didn't get to ask that. I don't think we should have told them.
Cool.
I mean, you guys are
Well,
still in
maybe-
town, so who
Maybe
knows? Who
Maybe
knows
I'll
what
catch up
happened.
with one of them later. It's like maybe I might press Maximilian on it, and it seems if we seem to have maybe.
Well, I need to get a
not the
rest
best
because
of scads with George.
I
Before
can't
word gets
cast a
around.
lot of spells anymore, so I need to. I can cast one more spell today, so
You need to lie down after your demonstration.
Yeah, as I said, I'm not very inept, and the blessing, the Fey blessing that I got from eating, probably one of the. I assume the golden lettuces might be a Fey creation. Then it seems like they have something with jewelry and plants. We got the sapphire, was it? I think sapphire lily, or some shit, a blue gem, right?
Yeah, it was. Well, it's called the Jewel Lily, but
Yeah.
it was blue.
And this is a Fey thing as well. And then now we got the golden lettuces, which also may be Fey related, but I assume so, given my blessing. But
Well,
it's not fully developed yet. I've only got my hair now. Turning, but no.
Pearl, you said you wanted to buy something.
Yes.
Should we get that bought?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, please. That would be great. If you guys don't mind.
Sure.
You guys make your way back to the shop that you went to earlier that day. Jay, as you walk in, you see all the weapons in this shop are made of leaves and vines. You probably question the effectiveness of these weapons, knowing
Maybe a
that. But they seem to be made out of the same stuff the buildings were made out, the temple buildings were made out of, and that is, all the vines in there are sort of solid steel to touch. They are unmovable and rigid. So
Well, my first thought is that I've obviously got like my metal shield, and as effective as it is, I find myself thinking, well, it's also quite heavy, and I can see the advantages of using natural materials, especially magically enhanced natural materials, for things like that. If you could get the strength advantages of a metal shield, but using natural materials and to make it lighter, I can absolutely see how that would be a benefit. So I'm not a complete cynic, but obviously I am sort of going, but it's plants, isn't it? That's more of a Zakonis thing. I'd like I'd like to see maybe a few more cogs, a few more springs. But that's just me. But I'm curious. I'm curious. It's an interesting town. So yeah, I'm gonna go to work, like having a little nose around, see what I can find.
Yeah, I mean, everything looks pretty well crafted. You can sort of pick up and test a few like daggers or bows or whatever, and just everything seems pretty good here. There is unfortunately no crossbows, but they have bows, they have daggers, they have short swords, they have sort of scimitars and other stuff like that.
Long swords as well. Bastard swords. I don't know what they call on D&D.
Well, I've got my lightning short sword, which I'm fairly happy with. I've got my hand crossbow, which I love. So I don't feel the need to do much on that front.
Have you ever even used your lightning sword?
No. I like to keep that handy for close encounters.
Yeah, it sort of bothers me that you haven't. As someone who uses sword every time.
But yeah, I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see if they have any like viney, leafy shields. Because I'm curious to see how the weight compares. To be honest.
Yeah, there are a few shields. All the armor that is made out of this stuff is more. You would expect it to be the same sort of like iron, rock hard vines and leaves that you are used to, but they seem a bit more like leather.
No studded leather.
No studded leather, but all the armor seems to be more leathery than steel. Which you're being a scientist, you would probably understand why.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and there's a few little shields. No big ones.
Do they have a +1 shield? Not a buckler like a normal shield. No tower shield, no buckler.
As I said, there's no big shields. There's only small shields here.
We're talking all bucklers, or
yeah, pretty much. Like, they're not going to be heavy or big. They're just sort of arm shields.
So I can't bump up my armor class by 1. That's a shame. I'm gonna go to the toilet real quick. I'll be right back.
I feel like this might be more you, Pearl. I don't know whether I really have. I'm really in the market for more weapons. I feel like I'd probably rather save up for. I don't know. I am interested to see if there's anything that I'd be interested. Yeah, like I think my metal shield is fairly compact, but is kind of like it's a full shield, I think, from memory. I see. I'm currently wearing kind of studded leather armor under me cloak and stuff.
Of course.
So I'd be interested to see if there was anything that constituted an upgrade along the same lines to my existing studded leather armor. I like a light armor. But perhaps if this is the material technology in this town is more efficient, that would certainly pique my interest.
Yeah, I mean, the armor does seem lighter than normal leather, but just as sort of hard and durable. But other than that, it doesn't seem to have, there's no studded leather equivalent. It does seem to just have a weight advantage over normal leather armor. It doesn't seem to give you any sort of bonuses to defense or anything.
Yeah. And weight's less of an issue for me than it was. Yeah, I feel like this is a cool shop. But as yet, I've not really seen anything to really get me juices going.
Elle's gonna take the short bow down that she saw earlier that day. I almost said yesterday. And just take it up to the front desk, I guess.
Do you remember how much it was?
60.
Okay, because I had no idea.
I wrote it down with my web. So if I ever sell it, I want that 60 gold coins.
But
that is not how the economy works. But yes, you can buy this bow for 60 gold.
Can she part trade in her regular short bow, or would that not make much of a difference to the price?
Is it just a normal short bow?
Mm-hmm.
My brain is working. One sec. That get you like 5 gold off.
Okay. I would like to do that, please.
Yeah. Yeah. 55. 55.
55. Okay. She very happily puts it down on the table and kind of
Yeah, you now have
the bow a few times happily and then carefully puts it on her back.
Yeah, you now have a leafy, viney bow. Yeah.
You still need to add my long sword to my equipment menu, by the way, Faze.
Yeah, I'll add it. It's just longsword +1. So...
You did say that they could only be made here, so that they might be rarer in other. Well, they would be 100% rare in other. So I might get that 60 gold back.
Maybe.
And I can add my wisdom modifier to my charisma stuff, so I can maybe do persuasion better.
But anyway, you guys leave the shop. I assume you didn't want anything else in there.
No.
We're gonna go for a little break because we're about an hour and a half in. So break time.
Break time.
Take 5 minutes. Go pee. Go get a drink. Go do all the stuff. I hope chat has been enjoying so far. It's been a little bit of an interesting episode so far, I think.
Quiet.
But yeah, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. We'll see you all after the break. Bye.
Because I would like to have a word with the ringmaster. Can I just lift the ringmaster off his feet and run with him outside?
Damn, man, you never cease to amaze. Just steal the fucking fight organizer. Steal the promoter. You're just basically scooping up Don King, slinging him over your shoulder in a fireman's lift and doing one. That's what you want to do.
Oh, what about bird? Bird is the word. And then instead of that, you say bard. Bard is the word.
Yeah.
I actually really like that one.
Bard.
Oh no, because I changed it to everyone's hard about the bard, and then I realised what I was saying. Everybody's hard about the bard, but yeah, but that's not what I meant.
It's too hard.
Okay,
And
so
it's going to
we're
be
doing
stuck
that
in my
one
head all
then.
night now. You've actually distant whispered your own group.
Yes, let's coin. I'll toss a coin. All right.
Oh dear. Okay, let's see.
As the coin goes into the air, I slap it clean out the air.
Whatever
Like,
it lands on.
out of nowhere,
Whatever
aggressively. Like, I no hesitation. As soon as I see the coin go in the air, I go, no! It just flies across the room.
Frost
What?
scrambles over to the coin to pick it up.
I toss it again, and whatever it lands on the floor, regardless of if you'll slaps it or not.
This time, one of Lobotto's arms telescopically stretches from all the way up from the second floor into the door and slaps the coin out of the air.
My master said no.
Okay, I'll keep it. I'll keep it.
Okay.
No. Boss, are you telling me you spent 50 coin? Something that makes your feet itch.
And it.
Could have got a fiance for that, pal.
I'm 100% certain that it also does something else. I just don't know what. Again,
There's
it
gonna
might
be a
steal
little
my
bit of a-
soul. It might steal
gonna
my
be a
soul. It may
little-
start at the feet.
You're a natural
be a
optimist,
little
aren't you,
wall
Frost?
of,
There's one thing I do like about you.
And that
It's
is.
gonna be just a little wall of like silence, and he's just gonna look close his eyes and open them.
Stupid. Pure curiosity. Do you happen to have any more items that you were going to display tonight? We might be able to grab it. Generous
it's-
discount.
A second immovable rod, perhaps? That we wouldn't buy at a discount?
Give you an immovable rod.
No.
Hand crossbow. And it also now uses, because it's a magic item, it now uses my intelligence modifier to hit,
Nice.
not my usual dexterity.
Very nice.
You know, can be a bit unpredictable.
Yeah.
So let me just make sure that it's actually you're going to use my intelligence modifier. Yeah, and it gets +1 as well to hit and to damage. So in theory, this should work. Here we go. Attack with massive modifier. Come on.
Oh no.
So that's
And
a natural 1.
Oh no!
Ah, what?
You hit the half elf.
Unbelievable! Come on.
You you whip out your crossbow, your newly bought.
Build it up.
Your newly bought.
I'm debating whether I should use it, so here we go. Roll the 1d2. So if it's a 1, I'm going to use it. Because that's probably... If it's a 1, I'm going to use it. If it's a 2, I'll keep it for now. It's a 1. We're using it.
Don't we this. This is all you, buddy.
Yeah. I'm going
Yeah, I'm in a bad way.
I'm
Ross?
gonna heal up Jay.
What?
You have inspiration?
Is that advantage or a new roll?
A new roll.
Roll.
I am going to use it.
Oh, DM inspiration.
I love the idea.
21. A
The
21.
first you try and slam his head down, it kind of like doesn't quite land, and you're like, nope, try again.
Yeah.
It's just a
It's like
You
double whammy.
you grab the barman's head and you try and slam it down onto the thing, but he resists, and then you think, nope, fuck you, and you just slam
You
it,
again.
and he slumps to the floor.
Whip out my wand, and with a little billow for showmanship purposes, I fire off a nice gaudy pink flare into the night sky, hoping that Frost will understand.
What is the shape of this flare? Hello, chat. Hello. How's everyone doing? Hope you're having a good time. Yeah, you excited to go fight these guards?
You can say so, yeah. I'm probably
sure.
going to ask for my dad again as well.
I need to sort my mic out. It's been way too sensitive and loud, I think. Might have to fully uninstall the drivers and like redo the whole thing.
I don't know when I updated my drivers, to be honest, for any of my stuff. GPU. I think I'm still running the same drivers I did back in 2015.
Welcome back, Javen.
Okay.
Welcome back. Just
That's
asking,
dedication, guys.
just asking chat how they're doing, you know.
Yeah.
Hoping
We have
they're-
interaction.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's a high energy stream.
It's yeah, I mean a lot happened in the week before last.
Yeah, I did manage to catch like at least 2/3, 3/4 of the VOD. I just missed a bit of the ending.
Yeah. And yeah, and then last week was kind of it's just
It's
one of
always tricky
those
when you've got players out. It is tricky because you kind of don't want to push things too far.
yeah, I'm like
So you end up in a holding pattern.
yeah.
I mean, we've got stuff to do in Damp for now.
Hmm.
And otherwise, we can just run some errands or go to random dungeon number 2. Oh, no, we have the weird numbers thing going on, so we start with random dungeon number 5.
All right.
Not too bad
Great.
yet. Tomorrow's supposed to be warmer, so that's plus. Being warm is always a plus. Always.
I don't have to worry about that sort of thing now with my fancy new jacket.
No, your new jacket. Do you want to get it out again?
It's tasty.
Show
Just
everyone.
bloody well tasty.
It is a good jacket, to be fair.
Yeah, it is.
I expect
So you,
I'll be seeing it on this weekend. The jacket.
I am thinking of rocking it on Saturday, yeah, and being judged to varying degrees by my friends.
Yeah.
It's my last week
It's
here.
an eclectic circle. It's an eclectic circle coming.
Face. I might be back. I think I should be back in time next week, but it might also be the case that
Is it
I,
weird? Sorry.
what?
Is it weird to think that, like, because you turned 20 this week, right?
Yes.
And I'm turning 40 this week, so I'm literally twice your age.
Yes.
And I was 20 when you were born, so you could have been my son.
I do not like that.
Oh, imagine Daddy Javen.
Now that would be a
I
hell
mean,
of a reveal,
it's not
wouldn't
so
it,
much.
folks?
It's not so much the Daddy J that gets me. It's that we're in the same campaign then as well, and then it should be way worse that I'm fucking so much with you.
little
That would not
father-son
slide with
D&D.
my. That would. I can tell you that much. That shit would not slide with my dad.
That would be a bombshell reveal for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's not. I love my dad, but he's not too cool. I gotta be honest.
Welcome back.
Still fairly strict
Paul.
about stuff.
Thank you. I'm out of breath because I was just play fighting with Bailey.
We were just discussing how I'm old enough to be Frost's dad.
You say that, and my dad is like 30, 35 years older than I am. And actually, no, even worse.
Oh,
He's
bless.
like 40.
Even
Such a
worse.
baby Frost.
I don't feel like one, but hey, what the hell?
Let's jump back in, shall we? Jump back
Yes.
in to
Yes.
your little escapades. There were a couple of other shops that you guys could go to.
The potion store and the jewelry store, but they had no interesting magic items I could afford, so.
Yeah, there's a lot of very expensive magic
Not
items.
all about you, Frost.
In
Jay
these
hasn't been
shops.
there yet.
Yeah.
Jay, how much money do you have?
There's
130 gold.
basically there's like a whole
130. Then Jay
whole
can't afford it either.
mess of sort of different shops that you would expect to see in a normal town.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go to like the potion shop or anything like that, then you can. But it's up to you. It's up to you.
I'm certainly interested in the potion shop. yeah, I'm certainly interested in a in the potion shop.
What potions are you looking for?
Oh, I'm just browsing, you know, just browsing. I'm just going to pull up a list of potions and see if there's anything in particular that I would want.
Yeah, if you give me a couple of ones that you're interested in, and then we'll do a roll and see if you can find them in the shop.
Sure thing. Okay.
Potion of permanent stat increase. If I roll on that 20,
Nope.
I mean, then it's still a matter of can I afford it or not.
It's 9 million gold.
Ah, you see, I'm like a few coins shy. That's a
Just a
shame.
few.
Just a few. Just a few.
Just a few 100,000 coins short.
Yeah.
Just a few million.
So yeah, there's a few. I have no idea. So these are all quite rare, actually. The ones I'm looking at. And no, for anybody who might be interested, no, I'm not on the lookout for a filter of love potion. That's not how I roll. I don't need that shit.
No, you
No.
don't.
Jay
I
does,
do.
Jay does his
I'm a
thing
traditionalist.
naturally.
That's right. That's right.
Plus, even if you theoretically were to use that on Pearl, it wouldn't work.
I wasn't
yeah,
gonna
you'd
use it.
You'd end up seeing a frog or something.
No,
and
it's
I'd,
not
like,
that. In theory, for love potions to work, the person has to not love you already. Pearl loves all of you in her own way.
I wasn't gonna use
In
it on
different
you.
ways.
I wasn't gonna use it on you.
very different ways.
In different ways. she loves Frost like an annoying little brother.
Little.
I am interested in I would be interested in a in maybe a potion of growth. And no, that's not. It's
What
not
does
a
it
thing.
do? Tell us, what does
That's,
it do?
that's not
want
that's not
those
just me being
long-
very forty.
What does it do,
locks.
Jay? Tell me, what does it do?
Well, when you drink the potion of growth, you gain the enlarge effect of the enlarge reduce spell for up to 4 hours with no concentration required.
So you can
cool.
become giant,
Big boy.
big boy.
I just find quite interesting.
The rarity is uncommon, so give me
That's
a
it.
perception check.
Okay.
I can help look, I guess.
I'm obviously saying to myself, "Come on, big boy! Come on, big boy! Come on, big boy!" As I cast guidance on myself. There we go. That's a 14 with a 1d4, so 16.
You come across a small red vial of potion that seems to be just sort of like
One second, guys.
the bubbles in it seem to be sort of like expanding and contracting instead of popping or just moving around. They seem to be just getting bigger and smaller. And if you pick up and shake the bottle, nothing happens. They just keep doing the same thing. They don't move around. They don't swish around.
Someone forgot their keys. Just one moment, guys.
Okay, mate.
Yeah, and you, being a man of science, would probably know what this potion looks like.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've heard of it. Never consumed any myself, but certainly, yeah. Always. It's why I window shop.
Yeah, I mean, is it because it's uncommon? It's not like rare or wondrous. You probably, or legendary. Then you probably would be able to recognize this as a potion of growth.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking around. I'm looking around for a price tag somewhere.
Before you find this price tag, the stream gets raided and breaks our immersion. But welcome in. Thank you for the raid, Ali. Very much appreciated. Everyone, go check them out. They are a great streamer and person and super cool. And I hope you had a great stream. Welcome in, raiders. I hope everyone's doing well. We are currently playing some D&D. Just trying to buy some potions, and then we're going to have a little fun.
How was I not already following Lexon? There we go. Followed. Boom. Do the same.
Yes. Well, welcome in. Thank you for the wide puck. You gotta love it.
Have you praised Puck today?
Have you praised
I have.
Puck today?
Every
yeah,
day.
you find a little price tag wrapped around the cork that's stopping the bottle, and it says 12 gold.
12 gold.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'll bag her up. I'll definitely take that. There was I think there was one. There was one that's like probably a bit less likely. But it's one I always like to keep an eye out for in these local potion shops.
Yeah.
And that is the I'll find it.
But will you?
It's the potion of mind reading.
Okay.
What?
Give me another
What?
perception check.
Sure.
Do you want to know what goes on in my mind, Jay? I don't think I
do. Needless to say,
I just thought of all the ways
that's
that
a
we could.
horrible roll, and I don't think that was a 7, and I don't think any amount of guidance is going to help me. Oh, I have 4, so I got an 11. It was a natural 4.
Unfortunately,
very guided.
Unfortunately,
Very guided.
even with your brilliant guidance,
Yeah.
you don't seem to be able to find one in here.
Not
You might be
today.
able to help, but I'm not going to help you get a potion of mind reading.
Why does everybody assume I would use it on my own party? It was probably going to be expensive if I'd found one.
Oh yeah,
Get it,
yeah,
get
yeah.
it.
I'll take my potion of growth.
I wasn't
Get a
assuming
second
anything. I was just thinking of all the funny things I could get Pearl to think about.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh
Okay.
dear.
Lovely potion of growth. Rock and roll.
Yeah. No
That
other
is
shops you
lovely.
guys want to go to? Nothing else you want to buy?
So, was there any shops we didn't visit? Any, I don't know, fashion, I guess.
I was just
Yeah,
going to say, was there a clothing store?
Yeah. I mean, you guys can go and look for a clothing store if you so wish.
What I would like to do before I leave the potion shop is, because I don't think I ever determined what my 2 vials of mysterious green liquid were. So I would like to just see if the potion shop owner, now we've got a little bit of banter going as a customer now, whether they have any thoughts as to what this could be.
Do you know
See if
what?
they might be able to identify them for me.
Let me roll a dice. Let me roll a dice.
Just kind of determine what it is.
They don't recognize this potion that you're showing them. They've never seen it anywhere.
Again, Jay, I can just drink one. We figured out that way. I'll take one for the team. That's a way to phrase it.
Maybe in more dire circumstances than an afternoon shopping trip.
Yeah, you might need both of them, so you know.
Yeah. What if it's like an epoxy potion? You know? Like a 2-parter.
Work. Can I drink like half a potion for half the effect?
I don't know what it is. Stop trying to drink my weird potions. They're mine. It could be...
You drink them then.
No, I'm not like you. I'm not just going to randomly start strapping on weird magical objects down in weird magical potions and just see what happens. That's where we differ. That's where we're not the same.
Apart from my runner's feet, it doesn't do much. I ain't really that much.
You're a bad influence. Telling me just to pop random stuff. It's like, look, it hasn't hurt me. Apart from your hair's
Random
falling
stuff.
out.
I knew it was.
You're like naturally ripped now.
I
Please
knew
don't
it
start
was
taking
magical.
random substances.
That's too late. I've already done it.
Not you. You're too far gone to listen to my advice.
addled by all the random substances you've been taking.
You guys managed to find a few clothes stores. All of the fashion here is you would expect it to be the same as the buildings and the armor and the weapons, but it's just it is sort of like that, but more normal clothing that you would mostly find out in the world. They've got some nice embellishments with some sort of like you get the feeling that they use the magic vines and leaves and stuff like that for more important things than clothing. But there are some pretty nice outfits that you can buy, some fine clothing, some everyday clothing, or
do they have any pretty cloaks? Because I feel very undercloaked.
You feel very undercloaked.
I don't have a special cloak that does anything. I would like to see if they have a special cloak that does
Do they
something
have a cloak
cool.
of invisibility?
Unfortunately, there's no magic cloaks here. There are some sort of just fashionable ones made from.
Are there perhaps any that would go with that fancy purple outfit that I found? Because I don't think my everyday cloak, although it is purple, would look right with that outfit.
It is a fancy outfit, isn't it? It's
Any?
Give me a perception check.
Please don't be a nat 1 again. Ooh, okay, that's not so bad. That's a maths 11.
11.
I keep forgetting I have a -1 perception.
I have a +6 perception, but
Just too distracted by shiny things.
maybe Javen cast guidance, just whispered it without you hearing it.
You managed to find some nice looking cloaks. Nothing like, yeah. I mean,
Just looking for something that isn't scruffy, that's in the right color family. Like, doesn't need to be super fancy, just like close enough.
Most of the clothes here are a sort of like greeny hue. But yeah, I mean, there's some fancy like green cloaks with fluffy trim. There's sort of just a normal green fabric and there's like woven ones with intricate designs. There's a lot of clothes
Are
here.
any of the greens like a nice deep forest green?
Yes.
I would like one of those, please, because that shade of green looks really nice with purple.
You can have one of those.
Yay. How much are they?
I'm gonna say it's fine clothes, but because it's just a cloak, 5 gold.
That is perfect.
I discreetly approach the shopkeeper and just go, got any, because essentially it's been a long few weeks on the road, far from the luxuries and comfortable lifestyle to which I am accustomed.
Mr. Merchant.
And essentially, I feel like my there's no point. I don't want to put too fine a point on this. My undercrackers are getting a little bit threadbare, so I want to buy some, like, maybe some silk boxers. I want to feel a little luxury against my skin, even if it's just in secret. So I'd like some silk boxes, if there's anything along those lines.
He takes you into the back of the store, and there is a male lingerie section.
Excellent. Yeah, excellent.
You can have your sort of pick of underwear there. There seems to be a nice selection.
Loboto, what do you think? Do you think
It's all
fitted?
very-
Do you think go fitted or go for billowing?
Billowing.
Difficult choice, sir.
Frost
I'm
stops
always
in
more of a fan
billowing.
of the fitted.
Yes, me too. Capes, billowing is for capes. Fitted is for boxers. Yes, absolutely. I'll pull out a pair of silky shorts, nicely tailored, and I'll hold them up to the shopkeeper and go, it might seem like an unusual. Do you have a matching neckerchief We'll go with this.
He gestures to a stack of shelves, which are very neatly presented. Some cravats, some neckerchiefs, some ties, all obviously for lingerie use. They're not functional ties. They're not, they're dress ties, they're dress cravats. They're not functional at all.
This is my kind of town, right? Where they essentially have cravats for underwear use.
Yeah.
So it's like when you strip down to just your silk boxers and a cravat, they have like a matching set.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't believe I've never found this shop before. This is so my style. So yeah, I get matching neckerchief and the fitted silk boxers.
Were these clothing looking very leafy, or what was it?
All the fashion here is sort of like a green hue of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
I like an emerald green silk.
Nothing darker. Nothing to go like a black and white aesthetic now. Now I've got my white hair,
No, they're
Can I
Why
just wear
would
my
he
pants,
want-
please?
What would he want is underwear to match your hair?
No, not underwear
Yeah,
necessarily.
This
I
is
mean,
not
just
going where
in
you
general.
think it's going.
It's not. Did I say underwear? I said clothing. All right.
that'll
Be some
be
fan pics written.
3 gold
Well,
for
this
the
That's
underwear
me
and the
taking that out of
cravat.
context, not me.
a very reasonable price, and happy to pay it. Thank you.
I'm so glad that shopping is a thing in D&D.
Or we can still go do the fucking guards thing, which was the only thing we'd said we'd do last time.
Well, I'm good to go now.
All right, well, let's go then.
You guys have had a nice shopping trip. Frost is itching. And he's like,
By the way, does my note of sending return to me, or is it just a heap of ash?
It hasn't returned yet. No, it's been
I
quite a while.
assume it's just a heap of ash then.
Presumably.
Maybe in 10 years it will just suddenly come back. Those were the days. So, like, I'm retired. I'm like retired on deathbed, and it just magically restores itself.
Knowing your luck with magical items, it'll probably turn up still on fire.
Yes.
Just appear back in your pocket aflame.
But at that point, with my dragon egg, I've mastered the.
You'd be fine, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fine. It's just
It's when,
Right.
it's when it ends up in Pearl's pocket. That's the...
yeah, that would be funny.
You guys make your way, probably avoiding the temple, around the edge of the town towards the north side where the guards' barracks is. As you approach, sort of, you can see the barracks down the road. There's a lot of noise going on. It's getting towards evening now, so
It's on.
the sun is setting. It's getting a bit darker. You can see some bright lights coming out the door of the. Basically, when you go into this guard place, there's like a big training ground in the middle of this complex, this sort of military complex building that goes around this place. All looks very orderly and militant, except the people here. They don't seem like normal guards. It seems like this town doesn't have a lot of problems with people attacking them, or much crime here, really. So they seem very much focused on just sort of combat training and helping people out. Yeah, it's a lot of ceremonial. They're more of like a help service for when
And as
people.
far as I haven't murdered anyone, I'm still just good to go in, right? Yet. I haven't murdered anyone yet.
Yeah, so but they take their job seriously.
I've had a chat with them before, right? Asking about this, or one of them.
Yeah.
Are there any vendors selling anything on sticks?
There
I
is.
think it's free. It was free.
You guys come to the big doors that open into the courtyard, the training grounds, and you see that it's not just an empty square right now. There is many food vendors cooking. I say vendors. There's a big long table of people sort of cooking on their stations, making food for the event. Some sort of like bleachers have been set up. People can come and watch, get a good seat. They sort of make a big thing out of it. It's like a jousting event. Imagine something like that.
I would like
Could try
to
that
see-
too if they do that ever.
Is there a kind of? I would like to see if there's some sort of fairground style game where I can like loose off like a target shooting game. I can take part in with my hand crossbow and see if I can win Pearl a cuddly toy of some description or something along those lines.
You do see that there.
While I'm distracted by food.
Yeah. I mean, you're always distracted. I find I have a lot of time to go off on these little side
It's really
quests.
easy to be subtle around Pearl because she just gets distracted so quickly. She's my
Sometimes-
ADHD energy.
Sometimes it's too easy to be subtle around you. Like when I'm not being subtle, it's just lost on you.
There's on one side of the training ground there is a sort of archery range with basically these contraptions have been set up so that two people on the sides can make the targets move from left to right by pulling some levers, and people are sort of having a go at trying to hit these targets. There's also a few sort of, you know, when you go to like those karate matches and there's like 6 court like little battle stages all like next to each other. There's like people just, you know, training in those, like having a wrestle, having a little warm up before the event.
Nice.
And there's sort of just people and guards milling about. All the people are trying to get some food, trying to get ready to sit down and watch what's going on.
Okay. I'm going to say to Frost. So do you know what time you're on? What event you? We'll come and cheer you on, bud.
I think it's just like a bracket system or some shit, right?
Okay.
Face, is it? I don't remember.
Give me a perception check. See if you can
Figure it out. That's a 19.
You see over by where all these people are doing their fistfight training, a guy standing behind a desk, which a few people seem to be lining up in front of, and there is a sign on it that says "Fight entrance here."
Right. I go over there and I'll ask Jay. I couldn't sign in before. You had to do it in the evening, but just sit there and get some food. Probably don't get any for me because in case I get punched in the stomach too hard, I don't want to puke.
Yeah, man. You
So-
stay lean. You know, you don't want to
stay
take on
lean.
too much.
Yeah. Just get me some water or some shit.
Okay.
Maybe
Alice just
maybe a
already
little
got
of
a mouthful of
booze.
food.
little.
A little booze to loosen up the muscles, you know.
Do you have the term Dutch courage in Holland?
We don't have a translation, but I know what you mean.
Okay, all right. Well, I tell you
No, we
what,
don't
why
have a
you
literal translation.
My
no.
my alchemy jug is currently filled with rum. So when you take that, buddy, you know, who knows, might even win you a little bit of goodwill backstage. So I give you the alchemy jug. So you've got a jug of rum on you. So you might even be able to use it to, hey, you know, if some of the other combatants are a bit thirsty, you know, might give you the edge, bud.
I'll drink most of it after the fights are over, just a little to loosen up the muscles.
You do with it what you
Like,
think's right.
to get
mate,
to
but
the
that's
mental,
yours.
like get not even tipsy, but just to the mental state where everything like slightly becomes fuzzy, and I just do not care about making rational decisions. I just go in the fight. I don't
You
feel the
normally
punches
care
so
about
hard.
making rational decisions?
Even less. But it's not like I've lost it or I've lost my motoric function. It's just I feel shit comes in less hard, so the punches hit.
Well,
They hit the same, but I feel less pain. They'll still do the same amount of damage. Clearly.
whatever you need it
Feel
for,
less of it.
you take that. That'll you know, in case it comes in handy. We'll be on the front row, man. We'll be cheering for you.
In 3 hours, I come back. Yeah, I sold the alchemy jug to one of the druids.
Yeah, I do. Just let me stress, I do want it back. I do want it back. But you know, just have a good time.
You got
It's gonna be
this.
fun. You got
So
this.
I go to the scribe or
Yeah,
the
there's a desk. This guy is taking people's names to become combatants in this little event. He explains to you that it's basically you get 3 opponents. If you beat all 3, then you win a prize. If you lose the first round, you get nothing.
and then smaller prizes for each man and I doing.
Yeah. Basically, it's you'll get a little prize depending on how many people you beat. And you have to survive 3 rounds to get best prize. Basically,
Do I roll for luck to see how strong my opponents are?
no.
I'm gonna. I tell you what. While Frost is checking in, I'm just gonna say to Pearl, we should definitely go and get some food and check out the entertainments and stuff while he's getting all signed up and ready and that. But it's just something I want to do first. And I'd like to make my way around the arena and see if anyone's taking bets.
I wanted to do the exact same. So after I write my name, I look for the same thing because I definitely want to bet on me.
I don't think you're allowed to bet on a competition you're in.
Okay, well I might bet on the other competitions if it's just 4 people in a circle
But
in one group.
I want to
There
find
must be
out
other
what the odds are on the newcomer, and I want to see if there's anyone up for taking a little flutter.
Mm.
Because you know what, for all of the chaos that he causes in our party and in our lives, boy can
I
fight.
don't find that hard.
I'm happy to stick a few gold pieces on our boy there.
Nice. I try to do the same if it's an option, and otherwise we'll see what I do.
Frost is sort of the guys are getting you ready they're explaining all the rules. You know, they're telling you no weapons, no eye gouging, no
armor,
rabbit punches, no fish hooks,
No dick punches.
No stealing the fight organizer.
yeah, none of that.
No armor as well, right? It's just a good old fist fight.
Yeah, no armor, just normal
Fisticuffs.
clothes or topless if you
Shirtless.
prefer. Yeah.
Shirtless. That's the only option then. I have got no other options.
But yeah, so he's explaining all the stuff to you basically. Javiel has a look around. There is a rather large crowd gathered around a singular little sort of desk vendor. It seems a bit less of an official thing. People are sort of waving like money in the air and sort of like yeah,
buy sell.
yeah.
It's not the stock market.
Seems like this is the kind of place you were looking for.
Do I get
perfect.
the chance to go there as well, or nah?
You're getting oiled up.
Yeah,
at the moment.
yeah.
Getting greased by some page somewhere.
They're taking you through all like the safety and explaining everything.
Can I still ask the question? Like, I thought
disclaimers.
I would fight some guards as well, but who am I fighting? Am I fighting normal people, guards, or
It's a mixture, A lot of people attend this
mercenaries?
event. A lot of people in town. This is sort of like the town entertainment every couple of weeks. So
Any familiar faces in the crowd? Johnny Buckle,
no,
homeless guy number 2.
no.
He made it all the way over here.
Yeah, but he's a slippery one, that guy. As I jostle my way to the front of the betting crowds, I'm looking for a board. I'm looking to sort of kind of get the lay of the land on the odds locally, who the contenders are, who the outsiders are. Just get a bit of a feel for the field.
I feel like a leap of strength taking that now would actually be a good. There's no money risk for me, so.
I'm still
I've
just
got-
looking at the food.
Yeah. So basically, just to make this sort of easier for
I
myself,
was hungry.
Yes, of course.
there's sort of like a gambling mechanic.
Okay.
So if you're just betting on Frost, then that is like you can bet on Frost to win or lose. You'll, depending on how well he does, depends on how much money you'll get.
You better
and
split some of that with me.
if you're betting on other fights, then you will have to tell me how many fights you want to bet on.
Okay.
And then we'll just do the mechanic and see what you win, basically.
So what I'd like to do is I'd like to put a big. I honestly, I want to show solidarity with our boy. I want to put a big acca on Frost.
Remember,
to
this is
make his
still
way
a luck.
through the 3
This is
rounds.
still
Right?
luck-based.
This might be a
Am I luck-
mistake, but I'm feeling a little bit. I'm having a good time here in Damp Lily. I've got some new clothes. I've got some new potions. I've had a
You
nice
sure you
lie
didn't
in.
sample the rum before?
No, man, I'm just like this, So I'm in a good mood. Like, it looks like me and Pearl are gonna have like just a night at the fucking fair together. I'm in a good vibe, man.
I want to
what
have
I'd like
another
to do
roll.
is I'd like to have a good flutter on Frost. Like I say, an acca, man. I'm Frost all the way, right? And then I'm gonna just keep the night interesting. I'm gonna say to Pearl, like, Pearl, do you want me to stick a few coins on a few? I don't know. I like picking them by their names sometimes, but do you want me to stick a few bets on for you so you got some skin in the game?
I'm not really the gambling. I've never gambled before.
Right, well,
You can
I'll do
modify
the
the odds.
gambling for us. Honestly,
You'll be able
it's
to modify
easy.
the odds.
All you do is you pick out the names of the people you like. We stick a few coins down, and it means that like we've got a little bit of extra interest in the bits and bobs going on. It's just a little bit of a way of engaging with the whole culture.
I would like to
I'll
point
cover
out,
you.
Fritz,
just a few bob.
that I will have ridden myself.
Well,
Like
what are the names of the other ones?
I've signed in as Jack Terrier's face instead of Frost
Okay.
because we're in a gas place, and I hope that might get some attention from some people. We'll see how that turns out, but just for consistency's sake.
I'll say now, so you know exactly what you're gonna have to come up with here, Facey. That me and Pearl are gonna take the I don't know.
Don't do all in. Don't do all in. Do
No,
not.
I'm not gonna do all in. I'm not. That's a you move, dude.
No,
I'm not gonna do that.
Actually,
I want to stick 5 gold on the 5 most interesting names on the board.
Okay.
That's what. So like we're just going to take 5 names that sound like sad
does that
Ken
include me?
and like
Mike Oxlong.
Bop and Weave Bob or whatever, and we're going to take 5 names out of the hat that we're just like they sound like fun. We're
Is
gonna stick
Bib on
5
there?
gold on those 5 to win, so 25 at stake.
Is Bib on there?
I can tell you, there's Big Fred,
Love it.
One-Eyed
sounds good.
Steve,
One-Eyed Steve, an underdog. I love an underdog.
Wendell the Wonderful,
Oh, brilliant. Flair. Love a bit of flair. There's a guy who loves a capability.
Jake.
Just Jake.
Just
Just
Jake.
Jake.
Yeah, just
Well,
Jake.
doesn't need any more because he's
Yeah.
confident in his own abilities.
Yeah.
It's
Love
Jake
it.
v Jack.
But it's spelled Jayk.
Straight away, obviously, JV was like, I got to bet on Jake, right?
Yeah. And then there's
Who is it? Who is it? Come on.
Mumulumut.
Did I hear that right? It was it.
It's spelled.
Mysterious.
It's
I
spelled
like it.
MLRMMLRMLR. Mumulumut.
You know what? Just for the fun of chanting it in the crowd, 5 on him as well. Let's go.
Okay.
And then how
So-
much on me?
So I've put 25 down on just some side bets.
Yep.
Now the main attraction, the powerhouse.
Yeah. How much on Frost?
I'll match it. I'm going to put 25 on Frost to win.
Okay.
That's
Damn.
come on.
And
You
an
could go
acca as
higher.
well.
You could higher.
I'm big spender today.
You could go higher.
I
when-
really can't, mate. I'm like, that's genuinely. I'm spending almost half my money on betting tonight, and I've still got to buy Pearl some dinner.
When does he get his money back? Is it like I win 1, he gets his money back, and then from there on it's like 1.5 and 2 times respectively?
Mate, there's a good chance you'll lose, but comes up like an outside odds winner. So don't count your dragons before they've hatched.
I'm still the high before I've got it.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, you place your bets. You manage to get all the bets in. You've now got a bit of time to, if you want to sort of get some food. Win anything for Pearl.
Yeah, absolutely. So Pearl, he's got a few minutes before his first fight, I think. Let's get some sugary stuff on sticks.
Okay.
As
I like sugary
Aquinas
stuff.
Aquinas is back, it just teleports back just for the sugary stuff.
yeah.
It's like when a swarm of crows.
sugar.
A swarm of crows gathers around, and as they dissipate, there is Aquinas.
Somebody said something about sugar.
No, it would be chocolate that would summon him back.
Yeah.
Well, sugar
Yeah.
as well. He really likes candies, but most specifically chocolate.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get pick up some, I don't know, some sort of popped corn, maybe some kebaby sticky things with the spicy sauce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe in the shape of lizards.
There are some
maybe-
lizards
maybe.
on sticks.
Oh, we'll grab
We
a
have
fistful of
bats on
lizards
sticks as well. Did we get medieval COVID?
Yeah, we'll get some popcorny type stuff. Maybe some spun sugar.
Yep.
Just food on sticks, basically.
Yeah,
Food that's bad for us on sticks, please.
Fairground food.
Yes, absolutely. And then once we've I don't know how much that's cost. In fact, I really need to take
You
off. Oh my
you're
God,
just
50 gold.
about to witness me either getting beat up or
I'm gonna say I'm
Yeah,
just
but
sorting
what
my
else?
money out. I need to. So that's going to. Oh, Jesus.
How do I get the
I'll spend a
chat
fair
again?
bit. So I don't know how much our little clutch of.
Isn't the food free?
The food is free. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're definitely filling our boots then, Pearl.
Yeah. Thanks to contributions to the townspeople, it's...
No, you're already leaving. Fuck.
And then I'm gonna make my way to the shooting gallery. See if I'm gonna try my luck at the shooting gallery.
Okay, you basically it's you pay 2 gold, you get 5 shots. If you score a certain amount of points, you win a prize.
Okay. Right then, Pearl. I've been practicing. What do you reckon? Fancy my chances?
Yeah, I think you got it. You got this. You can do it.
Okay.
I want
Okay.
you to do 5 athletics checks.
Jay needs to do 5 athletics.
Yep.
Athletics?
Yep.
Why are you shooting athletic? I was just going to get my magic crossbow out and have loose off a few shots. Why am I doing athletics? I didn't say I wanted to go on the tug of war or like the climbing wall, dude.
This isn't your.
I want to shoot my little crossbow.
This isn't your crossbow. They got bows. They got their own bows.
They do.
If I'd have known this, I'd have never. Right, okay, I'm casting guidance on myself then. Fuck it, I wasn't going to out of sportsmanship. Fuck that. Okay.
But we need 5 different rules of guidance for each one as well. So.
You don't know how many points you need to get a prize, so you might still win a prize. You never know.
Okay. First athletics check, you bastard.
Yep.
There's a 10.
10.
Now roll your guidance.
Yeah, I'm gonna just copy and paste my command here. Like, right, okay. There we go. So that's 11 for the first one.
11. Yeah.
That's not
Okay.
too good.
Okay, it's not bad. Another one with 16.
16. Yeah. Okay.
Damn.
Okay. Nat 1 with a nat 4. Hey.
To be fair, it wasn't a nat 1. It was a 5, but you've got a -4,
yes,
so
yeah,
you're back
because
up
I've
to
got
5 with
-1.
that.
Okay, yeah.
I
cool.
feel like that's a hit.
Yeah,
That's a hit.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah. Oh, that's another 5 that takes it down to a 1. Hey, and another nat 4. Let's
What
go.
are the odds? What are the odds?
The guidance is really coming off well.
Throwing the same number twice in a
my
row. So
God.
1 in 400.
3 with a 1. Oh,
That's a 4.
seriously, hang on a second. Can we just take a look at these rolls for a second? So I got an 11,
11,
16,
16.
a 5, a 5, and a 4,
And a 4.
with guidance on every roll.
See, you should have bet 50 on me. Forget the side hustles.
I'm gonna turn to Pearl and kind of like, well, I didn't know they wouldn't let me use my own bow.
That's 40 altogether, right? 14, 16.
16.
I was too busy being salty to add them up.
Yeah, I think it is. 5 and 5 is 10.
41. It's 41.
40.
11, 16, and 14 basically is 41.
Yeah.
You do win a prize. It's not one of the good prizes.
It's the ones they give to the kids, the little ones.
Yeah, it's one of the shitty little
It's
prizes.
a plushie. You can
Ella's
animate
still
it.
clapping though. She's still like really
They're
proud.
worth like they're worth like 5 copper, and I just spent 2 gold to play.
Yeah, you
It's,
know
it's a
these places
plushie
are a
for
rip
real.
off. you know this. Yeah, but you win her a crappy little prize. What kind of what is it? What did you win her?
A plushie, right? A plushie on that end.
It can't be too good.
No, it's like it's a plushie, yeah, but it's like it's about la big. It's very poorly made, and it has like a kind of a sad eye.
It's like the knockoff version of a well-known product.
Oh yeah, exactly right. It's kind of like it's whatever the kind of the character the kids love at like
It's like the
campfire stories
Pikachu.
around here.
Like those
It's like
sad
that, but a badly
Pikachu
drawn
ice.
one.
Yeah,
Those sad
yeah.
Pikachu ice creams that have like one eye all the way down here, or like the SpongeBob ones.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of looking at it, kind of like a
You.
Cute. Aw,
welcome. Yeah,
It's
That's what
really
you call
cute.
as you're wallowing in
It's so small.
in your self
I
pity.
love it.
you need a command for that, dude.
Yeah.
Well, Javiel is wallowing in his self pity.
You guys hear the start of the fights happening. Everyone's calling. Everyone take your seats now.
Ooh, it's
We
on.
are the main event is starting.
Fumble out the
That's
betting
where I-
slip.
that's
and just
where I
like,
come
"Hey,
in."
They're your 5. So we want those people to win. Okay.
Hey,
That
I don't
includes
remember any of their
me.
names, just so you know.
That's-
I remember one was
sorry,
called
what
Jake.
the fuck?
Okay, so
Yeah, you should
First-
ask who's directly against me.
yeah, you guys sit down to watch the fight. Frost isn't up first. Up first is actually one of the people that you bet on.
Is it Malumalamala?
Yes.
It is Malumalamala. Malumalama's up first. And that is that. Okay, I need you.
Yeah.
I need you
Do I roll
to.
from a limit?
It just, oh, sorry, it reminds me of, you know, in Thor when Darcy just can't fucking say Mjolnir. She keeps going Mew Mew. That's what it reminds me of.
Javiel needs to make me an insight check.
An insight check.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what you're good at, right, Jay?
No, I'm alright at it. No, 11.
Okay. Malimina manages to win his fight. It was a hard fight for him.
Woo! Let's go.
There was
Mimir.
some ups and downs. You thought at one point he might not make it, but right at the end of the fight he manages to come back and and get the better of his opponent, and yeah, he wins his fight. After that, you watch a couple more people fight, and then the announcer. And up next, we have Jactarius.
Ooh! I'm going to fire off my wand of pyrotechnics into the sky.
Don't set anything ablaze.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm gonna drum on my my illusionary drum.
With the light.
Yes.
Harry,
Yes.
yes.
We need to get a bardic
And I go
inspiration.
down in the
Yes.
first round. Don't make me go down in the first round. Don't jinx it.
Versus.
We need a Tarius chant.
And there's just gonna be like the illusions that are gonna be coming off is just loads of like really sparkly snowflakes in all these
Do I
different
get
colours.
inspired by the
coming
support of
out
my
of the clouds.
friends? So that I at least don't go down in the first, like just for the first round, I get inspired.
Yeah, can I give him bardic inspiration or is that
Yeah, we've got a
cheating?
Tarius chant going on, right?
Harry, yes. Harry, yes.
What did Bardic Inspiration do, right? It gave me a 6. Like the
Yeah,
1d6.
you get to roll a d6 on top of any skill check, saving throw, or attack roll.
Through the guise of a chant in support of your friend, you manage to slip the spell through everyone's gaze and give him bardic inspiration.
I might refuse to use it.
That's fine. It's just in case.
As the sort of applause dies down, the announcer says, and he will be facing
And that's another one of Jay's bets.
Bib.
But no! No!
Wow.
Uh,
At least it's not a fight to the death, right?
no. I will approach Bip after the fight, definitely. But for now, I gotta. I do really like fighting, and I feel like Bob would be disappointed in me if I just gave up just because it's his brother. So I don't even know if it's the same Bib. You know, the world's big.
It's sport, man. It's sport.
It's sport. It's sport.
It's big. It's full of bibs.
I'll have to fight him, so I won't hold back,
Okay.
or at least I'll try to. But subconsciously, if my roll's bad, and I will most definitely not use any cheats of any kind.
No mercy, Frost, within the rules.
Alright.
Last time it was athletics and acrobatics. For the
So
Fight Club.
your fight against Bib starts. He obviously doesn't know who
me.
you are. He thinks he's just fighting some guy. You, through the knowledge of his name, presume him to be the brother of Bob.
With sport.
But yeah, you start your fight off. He's a pretty good opponent. He's had some practice.
As you would expect.
Yeah, he's fast, he's lean. He's good at what he does.
But so am
And
I.
That is true.
Work the body first.
I am going to need you to roll an athletics.
All right, that's a +7. That's a 21, baby. Let's go.
21. You confident in your skills. You maybe overextend a little bit, and in that overextension, Bib manages to get the better of you and lands a little left hook right into the ribs.
Ooh.
It's a sport,
Sorry,
but we can heal him. We can heal him afterwards, right?
Yeah. But the fight carries on. You're not out yet. You're not down yet. He's still going. Although you seem, your ribs are probably hurting quite a bit right now.
Mine.
Yeah, yours. Yeah.
But I hit him, right?
No, he hit you.
What?
You
I did a 20.
overextended.
He
him,
beat your
you're
roll. He beat your roll.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
We're at 21. Holy
Don't
shit.
let him shake you, Frost. You've got this. You've got this. Just keep moving. Keep moving.
How many hit points do I take?
No, you don't take any damage. It's
Fisticuffs.
yeah.
I
It
should
goes
have
on,
used-
it's scored on points.
I refuse to use Bardic Inspiration against Bib.
Yeah, you after that blow to the ribs, you're a bit shaken, but you manage to come back, and I'm gonna need you to do an acrobatics.
That's not great. A 13.
That, fortunately, is better than what he rolled. You sort of grab him, and you're like tugging and wrestling, and he tries
This
to.
is not an illegal technique.
No, he tries to sort of get you and do a little throw over his shoulder, but you manage to twist and use that weight of his throw against him and get him down on the floor.
He's prone.
He is prone, but he manages to kick you off after a couple of seconds.
Damn, Bib is fast. Oh, what the fuck? I just noticed. I like it, Jay. Thanks in the sport.
I like a nice night out.
And yeah, he looks like that winded him a little bit, took some stamina away.
1-to-1, baby. More athletics.
No, I now need you to roll an attack roll with whatever weapon of your choice. It doesn't matter.
That would be my new sword, right? Or do I not get the modifier?
Whichever one you want. It's just your attack roll with that.
I still don't have my longsword +1, so this gets a +1 as well. So that would be a 16.
And that
If you get to modifiers.
that does beat his roll. You after he gets up and kicks you off him.
Don't have anything I can wave.
He looks a bit tired, and you.
How many more do you got? You just put them away.
You have a second wave of energy. He goes to take a shot at you, but you manage to dodge it and crack him with an uppercut, and he falls to the floor. And the ref counts him out. He's done.
All right.
You've won your fight.
Does he still Can he sort of get up still?
Yeah, he's not like completely fucked.
I offer my hand to help him get up. And I say, hey, you're pretty tough. Let's get a drink after the fight. All right. I got some rum.
He sort of groans, and just the medics take him away to sort out his head.
If I don't get to give him the dog tag by the end of this, I didn't want to do it now because he just punched me out.
Okay, so you have 2 more fights to fight.
All right, let's do it. Do I take damage now or?
No. This is all done basically just on points.
Okay.
So I'm not going to narrate these ones because they're a bit less important.
You got this.
Right.
But that is okay. Yep.
Roll athletics first again.
Yep. Athletics.
That's not great. That's a 9. But if I doesn't care, so I roll a 1d6. Right? Would people know?
People wouldn't know. No.
Thinking about my tragic past, I feel the inspiration kicking in, and that becomes an 11. That was a great use of athletics. That was almost a nat 1. That would have been troublesome.
Okay, and now roll an acrobatics.
Oh, let's go.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. You win that fight.
I get hit first thing, but then I like he's close now to me, so I go with the most powerful punch I have in the
Yeah.
gut.
You
And
just.
it just flies back.
Yep. You managed to win the fight in basically the second round.
Oh wait, you're all doing it now. Hold on, I gotta keep up with this. I gotta keep up with this.
And
It's only whenever you get a new one, I guess.
you move on to your third fight.
Captain, is it the god still? Have I fought a god yet? What's the last
Yeah,
one? I got?
this one is a guard. He looks like he's been training a lot.
Is it a high-ranking officer or like medium rank? Do I have a chance?
Yeah, he looks fucking mean and strong. He looks like he's done this a fair few times, and he doesn't usually lose.
Well, let's hope my luck is as good as it was now. Acrobatic or athletics first, right?
Yeah, athletics.
That's a 26. That's a 19. Holy shit! That was almost 2 nat 20s back to back.
26. You manage to get the better of him in sort of the first few actions. But as I said, he is a tough guard.
Oh, here we go. Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
A 14. That's not too bad.
Yeah, he.
And now what? Now what? Attack roll?
He manages to get the better of you on that one. He come back with a vicious strength that only a true high-ranking guard could come back with. Yeah. Now we need you to do an attack roll.
Again, this becomes one higher
Don't be
than what
too
it does.
proud. to
That's
use
a
the
14.
inspiration.
I already used inspiration. I can only use
no.
it once, right?
He.
That's a 14.
That is not quite enough to beat this opponent.
Added
He
snowflakes.
is very strong.
But am I out?
You put up a good fight. He doesn't manage to knock you out, but basically on points, it goes to the judges, and they deem him the winner. Unfortunately, you don't. But you won 2 rounds, which gets you 100 gold in winnings
For Jay or for me?
for you, and
Ooh.
it also gives Jay.
Can I go?
40 gold, I think?
Can I go double or nothing
bad.
and sacrifice my 100 gold that I just got and like either donate it to the guards, which was an option, and get a rematch?
No, there's no rematches.
I just had images of you getting like a glove and being like, "Psh, "We're not done yet."
If you let me do it. But yeah, those rolls were 1 and 2. Fantastic. If only I'd rolled a nat 20 on that athletics check as well.
So yeah,
I'm
Jay made
quite-
a total of 15 profit on that bet. Very
I'm
I thought
quite
it was-
impressed with how
nice.
quickly I did fancy cursive.
Yeah.
Well done, Frost. Well done, Frost.
I thought I wouldn't get any money from this, so this is already a surprise. You said it was like a charity
Great.
event.
You did great.
Yeah, well, are you giving the 100 gold to the guards for the stuff? Are you not taking it? You got the
But
choice.
if I get a rematch,
Yeah, no, you're not gonna get a rematch.
what about
Nice try,
200 gold for a rematch?
they're not. That's not how this works.
What about 250?
That's not how this works.
Come on, you gotta take it. 260. I can't go much higher.
While Frost is trying to haggle his way into a rematch,
This is about pride now.
it is now the last 2 sets of fights. Basically, are.
I find Bib in the meantime as well.
Yeah.
After I'm rejected, beyond my finances.
Jay is watching the rest of his bet fights with Pearl. I need you to make 2 rolls.
Okay.
Can I still bet on those fights?
No.
Oh.
Betting has closed. You need to make a deception and an intimidation check.
Intimidation check.
Oh, I actually got a plus one
I'm
of
not
those
going to
now.
cheat this with guidance. I'm just going to do it. Okay. Deception 3.
I feel like you definitely deceived yourself.
Intimidation 16. Wow.
Oh, that's not bad.
Uh,
could
I'm a
use
better
strength
liar
for-
than I am an intimidator. But I don't know how that worked.
You can use strength for that as well, right?
So
know,
Actually, hang on a sec. Bardic Inspiration. I still have my Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, you do.
I'm
I feel like you should.
I'm going to use that on that deception roll.
I don't think that's going to help much.
Probably not, but you know, I'm gonna use it. It's a 5. There we go. It's an 8 and a 16.
And now you lose both.
well, I rolled 2 9s. So you win one of those, and because you won 2 out of your 3 rolls, you get the amount you bet plus half again more. So
Nice. That was 25
Well,
plus another plus another half.
And that's the 25 is what you bet. Oh, yeah.
plus another
Another
12 and a
12.50.
half. Yeah. So, what, 37?
37 gold and 5
5
silver.
silver.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Should have bet more on me. Imagine if you went all in though, Jay. Imagine what you would have won.
5 silver.
I think we did pretty good.
Not a bad day at the fights. Woo! No
Yeah.
little wonder pyrotechnics. Pew pew.
Some guards come over. Oh, none of that. We'll.
Sorry. Just a little bit carried away, officer. Good night at the fights. Thanks for the hospitality.
Do you donate to bribe the guards? Donate to the cause, you know.
Stop trying to give all our money to the guards. That's your thing. I don't give away my winnings. Money's landed in my pouch.
I'll give away 10 gold to the guards, I guess. I don't know. That should cover at least the dinner and some extra.
Yeah, you give the guards a donation for the event. You
You know what? I'm gonna make it 60 gold, and then I hope it gets me reputation.
Okay.
I give the guards 60 gold,
The guard is very thankful.
and then I don't know. I asked for my father still for James Terriers or any news from Alteria, because we're getting closer now. They might know more about the current state.
I think you're actually slightly further away than Genlyle was.
Are we?
Just
Because we have
slightly.
to go
Yeah.
around
More
the mountain
northerly.
range,
Well,
don't we?
Still the same still the same question.
Yeah.
Anything about
Damplini seems mostly cut off from the rest of the world, like pretty strangely. So they don't really know.
Well, if any travelers do come by, do mention my name in conversations. As being generous.
He is now sort of like he now understands why you gave him the money, not out of the goodness of your heart, but just so that people
Also-
know you as a generous
also-
person. He's questioning your motives for giving them this donation.
Listen, I gave him 60 gold. If I just wanted some reputation, I could have done more jobs as well. Right? I'm also doing it because I support the cause. I explained that my dad was captain of the guard in my hometown, and I appreciate the work they do as well. So if I could have chosen any charity, but I did specifically choose this one.
Give me a persuasion check.
All right, here's the thing. My Otherworldly Glamour, which is one of the Fey Wanderer feats, lets me add my Wisdom modifier to any charisma-based roll.
Okay.
So this gets a +4 to whatever comes out of this.
How do you have +4 wisdom?
Good question, but this becomes a 17 persuasion.
17. He's like, okay, maybe you're not just in it for the fame, the good name. I am shocked at the fact that you have +4 as your wisdom modifier.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I don't know if Roll20 can deal with that I get just to, because I can't change my proficiency bonus because that would change all other ones as well. So yeah,
Don't change anything. Don't.
any charisma based roll that I don't have proficiency in becomes a +1, and any that I do have proficiency in, which is persuasion, literally just persuasion, I get a +3 in, which isn't all that bad.
Nice.
Like +3 total.
Well, you managed to persuade him.
Nice.
You guys now have sort of like the rest of the night at the fair. Basically, there's like, yeah, it's just a nice little event, public event.
I need to give something to Bip. I need to. Come on,
Okay.
you can't let
Apologies for 2 seconds. I'm just gonna have to pop onto my phone for a second and get stuff away from the computer. I'll be right back. I'll be on voice but muted.
Yeah. You managed to find Bib.
and I ask him, your brother wouldn't happen to be Bob, would it?
He says, "How do you know of my brother?"
Unfortunately, I was with your brother the moment he met his demise, and well, he had this.
Bob's dead.
Yes, he was killed by some ice giants.
I told him this would happen when he became a giant hunter. I was always against it.
I had a good laugh with Bob. We connected as we joined him and his gang on the hunt, and out of all the people there, definitely Bob was special to me. I immediately felt a connection with him, but he like, I don't know if there was anything to connect to his relatives, so I did look around. I didn't steal any of his belongings, but I did pick up these dog tags of his that have Bib and Bob Forever on it, and I figured that these. I've been searching for you for a while now, actually, to give you these, and my condolences. I think you should have these.
Give me a deception check.
Alright, that's not. Can I get guidance from anyone, or are they out of range?
They don't know what's going on with you. Pearl and Jay are.
Oh no! Fuck! This
Did you
would
get
be
that one?
I got a 5, but this does become a 6, but that does not make it a whole lot better.
I mean, a 6 is better than what a 2 would have been. 100%.
Yes.
He doesn't believe you, but he doesn't know why, and he doesn't know what he doesn't believe. He believes that his brother's dead, but he doesn't believe the fact that you liked him and had a good time with him.
What the funny? That's a lie. I did. Can I try to persuade him that I actually liked him?
He doesn't suspect you of murdering him, though.
I was forced to. I don't have any non-lethal weapons. And my hands don't deal bonus damage. And we were really in a tight spot in that. I remember that combat session was pretty bad. I almost died twice. Javen almost died, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he doesn't suspect you of murdering his brother, but he finds your story somewhat fishy.
Alright, well, I'll still give the dog... there's not much I can do. I'm not rolling for persuasion, but I'll just give him the dog tags and mark it as complete.
Yeah, he said, "Oh well, I appreciate you bringing these to me. Yeah, thank you for letting me know."
Yeah, it's and my condolences again.
Thanks.
All right, I meet up with the group, and and do you want some rum still that I offered before the fight?
Well, I wouldn't mind a swig.
Here you go, and I give him. I do want it. I wouldn't want to have a swig as well, still. So Let's
Yeah,
chat.
he takes a nice big old swig. He feels like you owe him that much after beating him up and telling them that his brother is dead.
I mean, the beating him up was part of the sport. He signed up knowing full well that was an option.
Yeah. But yeah, he takes a pretty big swig and then gives it back. He doesn't seem. Yeah, he doesn't know what to think of you as a character. So he doesn't.
I don't think I'll ever meet him again. I'm gonna be honest, but I mean, if he does become recurring, maybe I can make it up to him next time.
We'll see.
And then the final, like in the last, when we were about to face off against the final big bad of the entire session, when all our allies meet up with us, I'll say the bit. I was forced to kill your brother.
I think at the last big bad evil guy boss battle, just before that last battle, there's going to be a lot of confessions from a lot of different people about a lot of different things.
I don't know what you could possibly mean. Pearl has not.
To be fair, I've made the most enemies, but I've also
Pearl
made the
doesn't
most
know there's
allies.
anything for her to confess yet. Okay.
I'm sure there'll be confessions from every single one of you before.
I have made a bunch of allies. I've got the Johnny Buckle now. Possibly can still join the Druids later at the Circle of the Jewel Lily.
Yeah.
I hope that I can still convince Bib at a later point in time. Hopefully, I can still save my dad. So I don't know. That's a bunch of allies still, right?
You guys are doing. Oh fuck! You guys are doing all right on allies and meeting people and yeah.
Surprisingly.
Yeah. You've definitely made a few enemies.
We've probably fallen out with each other more than we have people in Portlandia.
True.
The real question is whether we'll all be allies by the end of it.
Yes, I am going AWOL at some point, but you know, the characters don't know that yet.
Me and Zakonis are very much the mediators of you two. So I think we'll be okay.
Either I manage to convert Jay into my insanity and we both go AWOL, or I go AWOL alone. You have a choice at the end. It's like, join me in the dark side, or we'll stay here with these loose.
Eventually, you guys manage to find each other through the crowds of people sort of having a good time. Frost looks a little bruised up from his fights. Javiel and Pearl, they seem to have done all right. They've had a good bit of food. Javiel's won some money.
I extend my hand to Jay with a jug of alchemy, and just before giving it to him, I go, like, hold up 1 second, and I chuck the thing, and then give it back to Jay.
You chug it all?
How much was in there again?
Some.
It's like a litre of rum, I think.
Yeah.
It's around about that. It's a lot.
Okay, not to say I've never done that. Definitely wasn't a good idea, but I've done it. But yeah, I'd say like, I don't know, like a normal glass, like 0.2 liters worth of rum, which is still a lot, but definitely not nearly as bad as a liter.
I was going to suggest that Loboto could carry you home if you'd quaffed that whole alchemy jug. Sling him over, sling you over his shoulder.
I need to roll. Some would say.
Yeah, give me a constitution save.
Yeah, I guess you'll have to.
You are pissed. You are just you drank way more than you thought you did, and
But does it hit immediately, or do I have some time to converse still?
You've got about 40 seconds.
Can I have some?
Yeah, go ahead. I think I need to sit down for just a moment. Fights were pretty tough. Can you bring me some food, maybe something, just quickly?
Sure.
Thanks. That tends to help, right? Eating food.
Yeah.
Loboto lifts Frost over his shoulder, and
Just, you don't even let me get to the table.
As we make our way from the arena, he's just like,
He's not heavy. He's my brother.
Oh my god. I was gonna just like scoop up a couple of handfuls of just anything she can get her hands on that looks like it's breaded.
Get the
I
cards.
appreciate
Get
it.
the
Yeah. Just a
fairground
couple of
cards.
handfuls of that.
There's
Still
some like
things on sticks though.
yeah, there's like like
It's
corn
red on
dogs,
sticks.
but
Yep.
instead of corn dogs, it's like corn lizards.
God, I
Hell
love it.
yeah. Just a bunch of those.
Yeah.
And just like takes a good old swig from the rum as
And
she's just
Pearl-
like chasing after Loboto with these sticks. Just
Can we
like,
get a
like-
saving
like-
throw from Pearl as well?
I mean, I'll fucking roll Constitution. I don't mind.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, do
I
it.
think it'd be
Do it.
Pearl's a lightweight, just like I am.
Go on,
So
Pearl.
we're about to get a
You got
taster of.
this.
That's Pearl.
Fine, it's fine. It's just a foreshadowing of what's going to happen on Saturday.
And now Jay gets to carry Pearl.
What
that's-
did Pearl get?
Well, I rolled a 12.
With modifiers. Or is that-
16, that's not so bad.
16. Yeah, you managed to keep the alcohol down and
How are you a
steal
lightweight?
yourself.
Listen,
That's more constitution than I have.
I mean, one could say maybe she has the capacity to drink like a fish. She
I
just
mean-
doesn't very often.
Your body probably waters it down quite a lot.
Oh, yeah,
Exactly.
That's fair.
But she is tipsy, so she is just gonna like grab Javiel's hand and just start like prancing along.
You guys happily and drunkenly make your way back through the streets of Damperley.
Good time had by all.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you managed to make your way back to the tavern, where there's it's probably about 11-ish, half 11 right now at night. In
It's
game.
not too late.
So yeah, I mean, you guys can sort of just have a drink or go do Betty buys.
Okay, given the one time I drank as much like strong liquor as Frost now has done, there's a high likelihood that after going to bed, he'll leave it 3 more times, completely unaware of what he's doing. Can you tell I've had a good night one time?
Loboto, just post up outside Jack's room, will you? Just make sure he doesn't get into any trouble.
I'd say you
Oh, he
should
needs
tie
a
me
good
to
night's
you
sleep.
should tie me to a bed.
You
I've
do
got,
have
some
a
50
lot
foot,
of
I've got a 50-foot
Frost,
rope.
Frost drunkenly mumbles as he's being carried upstairs. Oh, you should just tie me to the bed.
Certainly, sir.
You should just tie me. I'm sort of subconsciously like mourning because there's no point. Like as soon as I fall asleep and then wake up again, that's when I've completely lost it, and I'm already partially insane. So
Loboto's going to tuck Frost in and restrain him however Frost sees fit.
pretty sturdily, I'd say. Yeah,
Well, Pretty good night tonight, Pearl. Our boy did well, didn't he?
Yeah, you did great.
Are you crashing or are you staying up for a bit?
Hmm. I got more in me.
Cool. I think we're going to like find just a cozy corner by the fire and have a couple more of those fine rums. I'm going to spend a little bit of my winnings on some of those fine rums.
Just not enough to break tables this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the wind down.
Sensible
This
amount of
evening is a
drunk.
bit.
I'm keeping half an eye on the balcony and the botto as well, making sure there's no sort of trouble kicking off upstairs. It's just a bit of a post event beverage.
Yeah, this evening is a lot quieter than the one before. But yeah, that's where we'll end it. I guess you guys having a nice evening drink together, and then
you're on a date.
we'll have the camera just pan out as it pans out from you guys sitting on your table. You know, a waitress brings some drinks over, and then leaves, and there's the sound of people chattering and talking to each other sort of dies down, and music starts playing, and you guys start to drink and laugh and be merry. And then we fade to black and we end the session.
Woo, 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 woo.
Hey.
Pretty good.
Yay.
GG.
Yeah, GG. I hope you guys enjoyed this one.
Yeah.
I know it might not have been action packed, but I feel like it was interesting. We got some stuff going, and we're ready to move on to Pearl's hometown. Ooh.
Which I will definitely try to have ready by next week.
You don't have to
I just
have
need to
all of it,
decorate
right?
the insides.
You don't have to. Don't do all the insides. We're not going to enter every home.
I will decorate. Well, the tavern's done.
Hmm.
The town hall needs doing, and the school needs doing. And then once I've done those three, I'll just and the shops. And then I'll just do as many houses as I can do.
Speaking of cities,
But I'll worry about like the main things first.
Yeah.
But the tavern's done. It's completely done.
Nice.
Speaking of cities,
I have priorities.
I'll just have to discuss like what I had planned for. I had a layout plan as well, Pace, and then like if you could make the palace, I will make lower district, middle district, upper district, lighthouse, and then you make the palace.
We'll have a chat about it. But for now, everyone watching on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Leave a comment. What would you have done differently? Would you have bet on Frost to win? Would you maybe have won a better prize than Javier did?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's not the prize that matters. It's the
how you use it.
That's not where I was going.
Sentiment.
I was gonna
Oh,
say it's
Frost.
the feeling behind it. It's the sentiment. Jesus. I thought I was the one that came into this D&D session with horny energy.
And thank you, Sparrow, for the 23-month sub there. But yes, for everyone on YouTube, we will see you in the next episode. Very much appreciate you watching. If you want to catch this live, then we do it every Wednesday at 8 p.m. over on twitch.tv/overlordface. Come hang out. It's a good time. Also follow Zoe and Javen and Frost. They all have
And Zero and Zirconis. Hold on.
They all have Twitch channels. They are all in the description of the video. But yeah, peace out, guys. Have a good one. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.